biggest global challenges at watchusgrow.org/corn. On the field here at Wrigley Field, one last time with the head coach of the Wildcats before this game with the Minnesota Golden Gophers. How did your team respond to what was a real gut punch of a loss here last week?
Yeah, I mean, really challenged them immediately after the game that it's time for us to shift our focus to Minnesota. And, you know, we reviewed the film as a staff, got into the facility with our guys on Monday, had a quick 10-minute review of the need to learn from clips, and then it was on to Minnesota both Monday morning and Monday afternoon. Our guys have handled it really well. That didn't surprise me one bit. This is a mature group, a fun group to work with, and we are so excited to be back in competition against a really good Minnesota team.
Third down has been a strength for you throughout the season on both sides of the ball, but less so the last couple of games on both sides of the ball. Anything you see there that has contributed to that?
You know, ultimately, defensively, we have to find ways to get off the field on third down to create momentum and allow our offense to start to build some of that rhythm. What showed up most is, at times, quarterback, standing in the pocket, finds an escape lane, and picks up enough yardage to pick up a first down, which hurt us last Saturday. I'm excited about the way that our guys have responded. Our staff has as well. And offensively, we just need to continue to trust the run game and create more third and shorts. When we're at our best on offense, we're creating a lot of third and fours, third and threes, third and twos, and been able to convert on those.
You were able to disrupt a young quarterback last week for Michigan. Now you're facing another young quarterback. Is that the goal again, make him uncomfortable back there?
Yeah, and that would be a challenge. Been really impressed with him. You watch the tape, and the last thing you think is that this is a young quarterback. He's composed. He commands the game. He processes at a really high level. He gets the ball out quick. We're going to have to find ways to make him uncomfortable because when he's comfortable, he operates at a really high level.
Senior day, it's always special. It's a little bit different from number standpoints. The event itself has changed given eligibility these days. And also here you are at Wrigley. It's kind of your home away from home. But have you thought at all about how you're going to honor these guys today?
Yeah, at the end of the day, we have an opportunity for a bunch of guys that are playing their last home college football game to send them out with the win. And that will not be an easy task today, but it's absolutely critical that we deliver on that for this group. It is a special group of young men that have had so much impact on this team, a tremendous impact on my life and my family's life. Love these guys, and really excited to be at our best and make sure that we send them off this field with a win, Dave.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thanks, Dave.
Cats fans, don't come to the game on an empty stomach. Stop by Chick-fil-A Old Orchard and have them take care of your pregame meal. Conveniently located on Skokie Boulevard across from the Old Orchard Mall. Whether you're driving through or catering for your tailgate, they'll make sure that you're cheering on the Cats with a full stomach. This has been the Northwestern Football Pregame Show presented by Wintrust. It's the Cats and the Gophers next from Wrigley. This is Northwestern Football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
144 seasons, one mission.
To the 10, to the 5, to the end zone, touchdown.
The purple runs deep.
The Wildcats win. The Wildcats win.
Plays that ignite the city.
Jump ball at the goal line, intercepted. Looking to throw, pocket collapsing, and he's going to be sacked.
Chicago's Big Ten team.
The Wildcats win again.
Sponsored by Wintrust, Chicago's bank and official bank of Northwestern Athletics. Northwestern Medicine. What makes us better makes you better. Constellation, preferred energy provider of Northwestern Athletics. Athletico, physical therapy partner of Northwestern Athletics. SeatGeek, official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of Northwestern Athletics. And Odyssey Brands Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese, preferred Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese of Northwestern Athletics. Northwestern Wildcats football starts now.
The 99th meeting between the Northwestern Wildcats and the Minnesota Golden Gophers, the first since 2023, when the Cats rallied from down 31-10 in the fourth quarter to stun the Gophers 37-34 in overtime, giving Coach David Braun his first Big Ten win. Hi, everybody. Dave Ennett, Ted Albrecht from Wrigley Field. Not bad at all for November 22nd. 44 degrees, just a slight breeze out of the south at 6 miles an hour, bright and sunny here at the friendly confines. We'll have the toss of the coin here in just a moment. Starting lineups powered by Constellation. To learn more, visit constellation.com/energy. Constellation, the preferred energy provider for Northwestern University athletics. The Wildcats will be led offensively once more by quarterback Preston Stone, running back Caleb Komalafe, leading receiver Griffin Wilde. Captains are meeting at the center of the field for the toss of the coin. The honorary captain for the Wildcats is Steve Wilson.
Team today, the toss. This is the head, and the Big Ten logo is the tail. What is your call? Tails is the call. It is a tail. Minnesota's won. Minnesota has won the toss, and they are declaring their choice in the second half. Northwestern will receive the football, and they will defend the west goal.
All right, so there you go. The Wildcats will win offense first. They will be without wide receiver Drew Wagner today. A couple of significant injuries for the Wildcats. Quickly, they're starting offensive line: Caleb Tiernan, Mo Aratikai, Jackson Carcello, Evan Berenson, and Martez Lewis. The tight ends, Hunter Wilson, Lawson Albright. The other receivers, along with Griffin Wilde, Hayden Elegant II, Ricky Almarazzi, expected to see action. Also Carson Grove, redshirt freshman from Hershey, should see some reps today. Minnesota without a couple of significant players on defense today, including their leading tackler, linebacker Devin Williams, and starting corner John Nestor. They are both out. Their second leading tackler, Maverick Baranowski, a junior from Florida, 71 tackles on the season. Their starting middle linebacker. This Minnesota defense leads the Big Ten in sacks, 33 sacks on the season. First in the conference, fourth in the nation. Quickly, 10 seconds for station identification. This is Northwestern Wildcat football.
It's Andy Mazer. We're your home for the Blackhawks, Northwestern football and basketball, the NFL, and Hampton OB. This is AM 720 WGN Chicago.
Brady Denneberg will kick off for Minnesota, booting right to left as we see it, east to west here at Wrigley Field, dropping back deep for the Wildcats. Joseph Hyman II, just outside the near hash mark, about a yard deep in the end zone. Cats in their black Gothic uniforms today on Senior Day. Robbie Preckle back on a kickoff return, I believe for the first time, the freshman running back. Standing on the goal line just outside the far hash. Denneberg tees it up. Only got 41 touchbacks on the year. Here is the boot. And over end kick right down the middle. A fair catch signaled as that ball sails over the head of Joseph Hyman. And the Cats will take it at the 25-yard line for the first offensive series of the game.
Dave, and you mentioned those 33 sacks that Minnesota's compiled already this season. And that's all by their front four and the substitutes that play behind them. They do a lot of rotation. The way you keep that pressure off Preston Stone in the passing game is run the football. Keep them off the field, your opponent, shorten the game up.
Caleb Komalafe held to 31 yards last week by Michigan. He's in the backfield behind Stone in the pistol. Play fake, Stone rolling to the right. Now he throws, caught up near the 34-yard line. Oh, incomplete. Hayden Elegant, the intended receiver, he got drilled and he's down. Elegant, the Wildcats wide receiver, sophomore, shaken up on the play. And again, the Cats are already without Drew Wagner. Let's quickly give you our Athletico physical therapy injury update. In pain, start with Athletico. Visit athletico.com to request your in-clinic or virtual free assessment. Defensive end Aiden Hubbard, defensive lineman Richie Haggerty out again for the Wildcats. Wide receiver Drew Wagner, running back Deshaun Reeder, missing his third straight game with injuries. Among the Cats wounded for the Golden Gophers, I mentioned, linebacker Devin Williams, cornerback John Nestor, their interception leader, transfer from Iowa, both out. Elegant still down. He was the intended target, and he was hit by Zaquan Bryan, one of the corners for the Golden Gophers. With Nestor out, we'll see a lot of Jayonte McMillan, a former transfer from TCU, a senior from Atlanta.
And Dave, you remember at the last play of the third quarter, Elgon had a 22-yard reception, which was absolutely a miracle the way he twisted his body, climbed the ladder, and caught it at the peak.
Yep.
And you're right, we're thin now, and we're hoping that he gets up and is able to come back and play. But so far, he's still on the ground, has not gotten up on his feet.
Safeties for Minnesota. Coy Parrish, who was a freshman sensation last year for the Gophers when he had 5 interceptions to lead the Big Ten, freshman All-American. Elgon is up and walking off with some assistance from the south sideline over to the Wildcat bench on the north side. But Cats will face second down and 10 here from their own 25-yard line. We've had one snap so far, but Darius Green, the other safety for the Golden Gophers.
Dave, that was a rollout, by the way, on that first play, and he had 3 receivers he could have thrown the ball to. He decided to go a little deeper with the deeper route. If he had thrown the ball earlier, I think Elgon would have caught the ball out of traffic. Instead, he caught the ball in traffic, and boy, he went down hard.
Well, I guess television must have broken here. So
how dare them?
Yeah, they didn't tell us.
Yeah.
On the go, and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android with new features this season. It's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. Well, one thing in the Wildcat passing attack, Ted, we've seen the emergence of Hunter Welsing last week, your pregame guest. And 2 weeks ago, Caleb Komolafe as a target out of the backfield. Of course, Joseph Hyman has been that.
Well, I saw Frank Covey in practice this week, and he looked really good. He's been hurt on and off his whole career. And then Chase Farrell, who you mentioned, Dave, in the pregame, he's going to also get some reps. Those 2 guys have got to pick up the slack.
Covey's out there now, 8 games a year ago. He's only got 2 catches this season. Only played 2 games as a freshman in 2023, but he's out there.
He looked awfully fresh in practice. He had not a lot of PT, so we'll see how much it gets here today.
Another guy, Carson Richard, freshman from Hershey, will be part of this wide receiver group for the Wildcats here today. And they'll send 4 receivers out to the right with Farrell and Covey among them. On second down, handoff will go to Caleb Komolafe up the middle, fighting out to the 30. The 29 is where they will mark the ball. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. We talked to Coach Broadshead about 3rd downs on offense and being productive on 1st and 2nd down. Well, now you're coming up 3rd and 6, not 3rd and 2 or less. 3.
It's not a dream position to be in.
43% on the season on 3rd down are the Wildcats. Opponents have converted 39% against Minnesota. Empty backfield. Cats spread the field with 5 receivers. And on 3rd down, Stone throwing left side, got Wilding. He tiptoes out of bounds past the 1st down marker at the 38-yard line. 1st down for the Wildcats. They pick up a good 9 yards, call it, and a 1st down for the Cats. Zach Harton up from a defensive back spot on the coverage defensively.
And Dave, that was a quick stick route. He just wanted to get beyond the sticks, and you don't have to see his number because you can tell by his body language. He's got surgeon-like hands.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 38-yard line. Penalty markers down. Our first penalty of the game.
Oh, boy.
75. 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Jeff Cervinsky, our referee today. So Martez.
Correction, 1st down.
Right tackle. It puts the Cats behind the chains. 1st and 15 back at the 33-yard line. Opening series of the game. Just over a minute gone, no score. Cats send Ricky Amarazi out to the left side. Griffin Wilde to the right. And now in the slot is Hyman to the right side. And faking the give is Stone, throwing over the middle. It's complete. 1st down out to midfield. And that is who else? Griffin Wilde with his second catch. Hayden Gooseby, backup safety, and Deontay McMillan talked about him. Transfer from TCU on the stop, but a first down for the Wildcats on a 17-yard pickup to number 17.
The thing you got to worry about on that defensive line is their edge rusher, Anthony Smith. He's first in the Big Ten with a bunch of sacks, almost 10 sacks on the year. He's lined up against Thiernan, who was our left tackle.
First down, handoff. Big hole for Komalafe off the left side. They close it quickly at the 46-yard line. Still a pickup of 4, and Emmanuel Carmo, true freshman linebacker out of Minneapolis, comes up to make the hit. Second down and 6 coming up for the Cats in Minnesota territory now at the 46-yard line.
I just mentioned Anthony Smith, the 6'6", 285 defensive end for Minnesota. Caleb Thiernan, he really did a good block one-on-one, used his momentum to get him out of the hole, and that cleared the way for a nice pickup.
Morazzi and Farrell both to the left, 2 tight ends right, and now Farrell in motion to the right. And the handoff, Komalafe to the 40-35, ducks outside, 25-20, left sideline, into the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern. Caleb Komalafe breaks away for the touchdown. 46 yards, and the Wildcats break on top with 12:05 to go in the first.
I talked about Caleb Thiernan, the left tackle, making block on Anthony Smith. They ran the same play again. He made the same block. Very patient running by our running back, was able to break it all the way outside.
10th touchdown of the year for Caleb Komalafe, and another long one for him.
By the way, great block downfield by a couple wide receivers.
Jack Olson on for the point after touchdown. The snap, the kick is up, the kick is good, and it is 7-0. Northwestern, the Wildcats go 75 yards off the opening kickoff in 6 plays, 2:55 off the clock. Timeout
on the field.
12:05 to go first quarter. It's Northwestern 7, Minnesota nothing. This is Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese are produced with 4 generations of our family's expertise and commitment. We start with the best dairy farms providing high-quality milk so you can feel good about what you feed your family. Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, now available at your local grocer.
He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win. Got it. Let's go.
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field. Oh, it's gone.
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese are produced with 4 generations of our family's expertise and commitment. We start with the best dairy farms providing high-quality milk so you can feel good about what you feed your family. Odyssey Greek yogurt and feta cheese, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, now available at your local grocer.
You're tuned into Northwestern Wildcats football. Presented by Wintrust. Let's get you back out to the game. Here's the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
Get ready for game day with the Northwestern Tailgate Guide. Get great recipes and more by visiting nusports.com/publications to access your free copy. Caleb Komalafe, a 46-yard touchdown run on the 6th play of the game, and the Wildcats are out to a 7-0 lead. Let's get a Wintrust sideline report from Jake Saunders.
Dave and Ted, you guys both mentioned how prolific this Minnesota defense is in getting after the quarterback. one of the best ways you can negate some of that pass rush is getting the quick passing game going and ground attack going. We saw a few RPO plays in that opening drive for the Northwestern offense that opened things up for the pass and run game. Talking about the pass game, we did see in the opening play of the game, wide receiver Hayden Elligon, who's become a big part of this passing attack for the Cats offense, go down. He was in the tent for a little bit of time. We did see the athletic trainers did give him his helmet back, and he's back with his position group on the bench, and he looks good to go.
All right, here's the kickoff by Akers. Parrish fields it across the 5, across the 10, and cut down shy of the 25-yard line, right around the 25. Boyd Parrish, very dangerous return man. And Peyton Roth, who saw a lot of time on defense last week, now heading downfield as he often does, making the stop on special teams for the Cats.
Well, Jay,
linebacker out of Portland, Oregon. First down for Minnesota from the 24-yard line.
Yeah, he had a knee injury in camp. I remember I was there at practice. It was really tough to swallow for he and his family, but it's good to see him back. He'll be competing for the middle linebacker job next year.
Redshirt freshman Drake Lindsay, the quarterback, hands it off to Darius Taylor, tries the right side. He's strung out and pulled down right along the line of scrimmage. Lindsay, a redshirt freshman from Fayetteville, Arkansas, 12th-ranked passer in the Big Ten. Braden Ross, who had 13 tackles against Michigan last week, almost double the career high he set the week before against USC, makes the stop. It's like no gain on the play. Second down and 10 coming up for Lindsay and the Golden Gophers. They'll send 3 receivers left. They emptied the backfield, 2 to the right. Here for Lindsay on second down and 10, Minnesota, and Lindsay will screen it out to Taylor. And Taylor hit and pulled down from behind across the 30 at the 32-yard line. It's going to bring up third down. Braden Turner, all he did last week was pick off a pass and recover a football and also had 3 tackles. His first career interception against the Wolverines. It is third down and 1 here after a 9-yard pickup. Third down and 9 for Minnesota. Gophers on third down, 39% on the season. That's rush 4. Tight end gears in motion. There is a whistle, and we have a false start against the Golden Gophers. Their first penalty of the game.
False start. Offense number 8. 5-yard penalty. It's third down.
That's Jalen Smith, redshirt freshman wide receiver. Javon Tracy, Lenecki Brockins in there. Top wide receivers, Jamison Gears, Drew Bibber, Purdue transfer, Frank Bierman, their tight ends. Out to the left side is Tracy. 3 receivers to the right. On third down for Minnesota, 6 yards to go from their own 27. Lindsay back to throw. Lindsay looking under pressure and sacked on the play. Down goes Drake Lindsay, sacked by Michael Kilbane. Starting today in place of the injured Aiden Hubbard. The Wildcats collecting their 17th sack of the season. That is 4th down, Minnesota.
Yeah, really good job of collapsing that pocket. A lot of pressure in there. Kilbane has really come on here. He had a great game against Purdue, pretty much in their backfield, did it again right now.
Australian Tom Weston in punt formation from his own 7-yard line. Chase Farrell deep for the Wildcats, and he hits it towards the far side. It goes almost straight out of bounds.
Not a good kick.
And they will mark it out near the Wildcats' 35-yard line. Cats will have it for the second time. When we come back, that big stop by the Northwestern defense was brought to you by U.S. Waterproofing. U.S. Waterproofing is the best defense for a dry and healthy basement. Schedule your free consultation today at 800 U.S. Water. Visit online at uswaterproofing.com. U.S. Waterproofing, a better basement, starts with us. Northwestern leads Minnesota 7-0. 9:34 to go in the first. Cats will have it when we come back. This is Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
The Glen Club in Glenview is the proud home of Wildcats Golf. Recognized by Golf Week as one of the best courses you can play in Illinois and backed by Kemper Sports expertise, the Glen Club delivers more than just elite golf. The Glen Club also features a 48,000 square foot clubhouse, 3 stunning private event spaces, and a 21-room boutique hotel. Dine in the grill and relax by the terrace fire pit, or host your next unforgettable special event or golf outing. Learn more at theglenclub.com.
Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnick's.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us. Hey, Wildcats, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field design Northwestern t-shirt. And most importantly, save lives. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put Northwestern in the lead. That's bigten.org/Abbott.
Back to Dave and Ted with Northwestern Wildcat football, Chicago's Big Ten team.
Northwestern football is sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance, protecting your business vehicles 24/7. See if you can save at progressivecommercial.com. Cats get it for the second time. A little better field position to begin this series. Their own 33-yard line after a 46-yard punt that went out at the 33. First and 10 for the Wildcats, who lead 7-0 here in the first quarter. And on first down, play fake. Stone looking, throwing left, leaping grab across the 43-yard line. Close to a first down. Griffin Wilde with his third catch of the day. It is a first down. Oh, there's a penalty marker down. Hold that.
Offense number 72. 10-yard penalty. It's still first down.
Second penalty of the Wildcats. That one called on Caleb Chernin, the left tackle for the Cats. Mike Gerald and Maverick Baranowski teaming up on the stop. The Wildcats coming in the 5th least penalized team of the Big Ten. Minnesota the 3rd least. Each team has had a penalty. Cats have had 2 here in the early going.
Well, the Cats on that last drive, 75 yards in 6 plays. It was split down the middle. They had 3 runs and 3 passes, so they've been distributing the ball. Unfortunately, this is a drive killer right here when you get yourself behind the chains on a holding penalty. See if they can somehow make it up.
First and 20. Remember, they had on their key drive to start the fourth quarter last week against Michigan. On first down, Stone was called for intentional grounding, and they had 2nd and 22.
And they made
that up with a
game clock
after the Griffin Wilde.
Please reset the game clock
I think
to 9:27. Play clock at 25 seconds, and both will start on my ready for play signal. Thank you.
You're welcome. The first quarter has been Minnesota's worst quarter of the course of the season. They've been outscored 62-45. Make that 69-45 so far here. It is first and 20 for the Cats for their own 23-yard line. And here is the snap, and it'll be Stone taking it off the left side himself and tiptoes out near the 30-yard line with Zaquan Bryan in pursuit. Brian Richards, sophomore corner for the Golden Gophers. So he gets back some of the penalty yardage, but it still leaves the Cats with a hefty 2nd and 15 coming up.
Yeah, that was an outside zone read. He saw the left defensive end crash down following the running back. He did not give him the ball. Then he looped out towards his own bench. Only picked up half of that penalty yards.
Joe Hyman is in a running back in this series. Good to see Elegon back in the game after he was shaken up early. Snap to Stone here on second down. Throwing left. And a tough catch made by Griffin Wilde with Parrish draped all over him. And somehow he's able to haul it in. And it brings up a 3rd and 9 for the Wildcats
And the reason Wilde is so effective is because he runs really good routes. When he comes out of the break, he gets that separation that is so important. And again, we see him. He's already been targeted 4 times in this game. We're not even halfway through the first quarter.
They spot the ball up at the 35, so it's going to be a 3rd down and 7 at the 36, rather, for the Cats. Komalafe in for Hyman on 3rd down, and there's a whistle.
Yeah, they showed blitz, and they brought 5, and we only had 5 protections.
I'll start. Offense number 80. 5-yard penalty. It's still 3rd down.
Elegance. That's a couple of pre-snap penalties now on the Cats, and it puts them behind the chains again, 3rd and 12.
There's no excuse for a wide receiver having a false start. I mean, I've been hearing this my whole career. All you have to do is just watch the ball. You don't do anything else. Offensive lineman, if you have to hear the snap count and then react to it accordingly. But if you're down there 40 yards away from the ball, please don't jump off sides. I wonder if he heard me.
Pretty please. 3rd down for the Wildcats. 12 yards to go. Snap to Stone. Protection's good. Throwing over the middle. Complete across the 40. But short of the first, it appears, but not by much. It's going to be 4th down. Let's see it. It's going to be.
Cats are going for it.
4th down and less than 1. The Wildcats on 4th down this year. 61% opponents, 50%, 4 of 8 against Minnesota. This looks to be 4th and, well, it's less than a yard. And Komalafe is going to take the direct snap. No, he's not. Lawson Albright ducks under center and takes it and pushes the pile to a 1st down across the 45-yard line. The tight end snuck in there and took the snap from center Jackson Carcello to 1st down for the Wildcats out to the 49-yard line.
If I was a D coordinator, I would know that if they're in that formation on 4th and less than 1, that the tight end is going to come over and take the ball from center because we've ran that play about 3 times.
That's his 4th rushing attempt of the season.
There you go.
1st down for the Cats for their own 46-yard line. The Wildcats leading 7-0, 6:16 to go in the first.
No secret on that play. Well done.
Hyman back in a running back. He gets the handoff. And Joe slithers up the middle, pushing the pile inside Minnesota territory down to the 48-yard line.
All you need to do is get this offensive lineman of the Cats all lathered up, and they're going to get some yards for their backs behind them. That's what's going on so far in this first quarter. Boy, they're excited to run the football.
Wildcats coming in averaging 169 yards a game off the ground, 6th in the conference. Off to a good start so far today. 2nd and 4 after a 6-yard pickup to the 48 of Minnesota. And here's a flea flicker. Stone's got it. Now he lets it go, and he throws it out of bounds as he was being hit.
He's out.
Outside the pocket.
He was out of the pocket. No grounding on the play, but that flea flicker blew up.
Yeah.
And he did well to get rid of the ball. 2nd and 4 coming up.
Well, there was.
Excuse me. Wait a minute. Here comes.
There is no foul for intentional grounding. The quarterback was outside the tackle box. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
That was 2nd down. This is 3rd down and 4.
So one of the Minnesota coaches is all over the Whitecap going, are you crazy? But there was leakage, Dave, in between the guards, and that came fast and hard. When he turned around to flip the ball back to the quarterback, there was a guy in his face. He did everything to get it away.
Now we get a timeout signal.
Did he get it past the 1st down marker? That's going to be also key in the call.
Well, Preston's pleading his case.
Now he's going to, don't tell me you're going to change your mind.
Yep.
Oh, my God. How can you do that?
Correction. The quarterback relinquished possession of the football. By rule, he cannot legally ground the football. Intentional grounding. Offense. Lost it down at the spot of the foul. He's down.
Okay, so.
That was way too confusing there. What are they doing? Come on, man.
That puts the Cats back into their end of the field.
Why didn't they have a PTA meeting before they made the call versus changing the call? I mean, it's...
So the ball is back at the Northwestern 42-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down and 14. Cats sent 2 receivers left, including Carson Grove in the slot, Griffin Wilde, the wide man, Hayden Elegant to the right. Ball on the right hash mark. Now Grove motions to the right side of the formation. The Stone drops to throw, steps up, looking for Wilde, makes the catch down to the 40-yard line of Minnesota. What a great cut. That's a first down for the Wildcats on 3rd and 14. Is there a flag on the play? Yes, there is.
Holding on
defense.
Yeah, the DB there coming out of there. You could see Dave coming out of the route.
McMillan.
That ball was thrown before he came out of the route. You know, it was perfect timing. Total trust between the quarterback and Wilde, the receiver, throwing the ball before he's even turned to look at it.
Pass interference, defense. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
17 yards on the pass to Wilde.
And that's the second 17-yard reception. The first one was called back because of a holding penalty.
Here in the first quarter with the Cats up 7-0. Griffin already 4 catches, 51 yards. First down for the Cats at the 41 of Minnesota. And they'll give it off to Komalafe, and he'll go nowhere. That time the Gophers had him corralled quickly, and it was Maverick Baranowski again on the stop. Baranowski 2 years ago in Evanston. 1.5 tackles for loss, 4 tackles against the Cats.
And Dave, you mentioned Wilde at 54 yards already on 4 catches. You know, he's averaging 64 yards a game. He's almost there, and we're not even into the second quarter yet.
And last week he only had 2 catches.
Yeah, so let's feed him.
For 51 yards, which is as many yards as he already has here. Preckle in a running back now. On second down, there's more penalty markers. And which way is this going to go? I think this one.
Yeah, it's against Minnesota.
Yep.
The nose tackle got a little anxious.
Offside. Defense number 91. That 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Let's see. Wait a minute.
Correction. Second down.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, I don't think that you get 11 yards for offsides. That's what the Cats needed. It's 2nd and 6 here at the Minnesota 37. 4:20 to go to the first quarter. 7-0 Northwestern. Cats on the move again. Hyman to the right of Stone. Receivers left and right. Play fake. Stone under pressure. Escapes. Rolling right. Looking now. He throws. Incomplete. Wilde tackled, and there's the flag. Griffin Wilde tackled as that ball was on the way around the 27-yard line of Minnesota. Mike Gerald had the coverage, redshirt freshman. And again, they're without their top corner, John Nestor.
Defense number 13. While we place this foul, the foul includes an automatic first down.
Dave, he had instant pressure coming off his right side. He was lucky enough to avoid him out of the pocket as he rolled to the right. And again, threw the ball towards Wilde, but the defender was there way too soon. What a nice job of escaping a sack.
They marked the ball at the 26-yard line. Wilde and Amarazi left, Elegant to the right. Hyman in the pistol, the other quarterback, Preston Stone, gets the snap, hands it off to Hyman, cuts it back and slides inside the 25-yard line, just barely. Short yardage. Devin Eastern, senior from Minnesota. That nose tackle spot makes the stop here. Cats have outgained the Golden Gophers here in the first quarter, 120-3 in total offense. And time of possession, an area in which the Cats have been dominant throughout the course of the season. They're controlling that as well. Gain of 1, 2nd down and 9 here at the 25-yard line of the Gophers. Wilde out to the left, Elegant to the right. And Ryan Bowe at quarterback gets the snap. Throwing right, incomplete. Bowe, the redshirt freshman out of Batavia, coming in. Looked like he came in for that one play. Now he goes out. Preston Stone comes back in. Gerald had the coverage. 3rd down and 9. Ryan took his first snaps as a Wildcat here at Wrigley Field, the season finale last year against Illinois.
Yeah,
They're down and 9 for the Cats at the 25-yard line as they break the huddle. It's a Grove and Elegant out to the left. Along with Wilde. On third down for the Cats, Stone back to throw. Stone looking, now fires over the middle. Caught inside the 5-yard line. And it was Hayden Elegant with a reception mid of the field. Great pass by Stone. First and goal for the Wildcats. That came on 3rd and 9. And it's going to be first and goal at the 3.
Great job of protection. He stepped up in the pocket. He threw it right over inside linebacker Matt Kingsbury's reach. And it great completion, a great throw.
21 yards. Hand off the go to Komalafe, and he's stacked up around the 5-yard line and driven back. Second down and goal coming up.
You can't make that throw unless you have the time to really step up in the pocket and deliver that ball. Kingsbury was right in his line, and he threw it right over the fingertips of his hand as he dropped down in that zone coverage. What a nice throw.
Kingsbury made the stop on this last play. He's a redshirt sophomore from St. Rita. Second down and goal for the Cats at the 5. A 2-yard loss on the play. 2:03 to go. First quarter, 7-0 Northwestern. The Cats threatening. Stone with Komalafe behind him. Here's the snap. Stone's going to throw. Fires right side. Incomplete, penalty marker down. Gerald called for the pass interference on Hayden Elegant on the right side of the end zone.
Pass interference. Offense number 80.
Reverse that.
15-yard penalty. Replay second down.
Oof.
There's a lot of penalties so far in the first
Yes, there have been.
14 minutes of this game.
The Wildcats not penalty prone on the course of the season, but that puts them into a second and goal back at the 20-yard line.
Gerald did a very nice job of acting there. I would give him at least one Oscar for that, maybe an Emmy, because it was, I think they kind of got tripped up a little bit, but he fell down and sold it. Nice job by the DB.
Cats in the red zone this year, 91%, but half of their 32 scores, the touchdowns, have been field goals. And Brian Bowe back in a quarterback here, and he's going to take off and run. Ducks left, looking for a block, twisted around and dropped at the 11-yard line, so he got back 9. And Coy Parrish came up and delivered the blow, and it brings up third down and goal at the 11.
Yeah, that was a design run for the backup quarterback for the Cats, and I think he hesitated just a little bit. There was an opening if he'd hit it a little bit harder, but he got a pretty good tackle there on that play. Now he's been relieved by Preston Stone.
On third down and goal for the Cats at the 11. Komalafe back into running back. Lines up as a receiver to the right. Empty backfield. Stone looks it over. Third down call for the Cats. Preston to throw it. Floats the left side of the end zone, and it is incomplete. Ricky Amarazzi trying to plead his case in the left side of the end zone, covered by Zaquan Bryant. It's fourth down, and Jack Olson will come on and try to put the Cats up by 10.
Yeah, he did not get 1 foot in. He was just out by about 6 inches. That was one heck of a catch, though. Getting up, he just ran out of space. Sometimes when you run that route, you got to give yourself an extra yard so you're not hovering the sideline.
This will 29-yard field goal try for Jack Olson, who's made 6 in a row and 13 of his last 14. 29-yard try. We'll wait the snap. And now a whistle. And what's this? Another flag penalty against the Cats. And so it's going to push
delay
that
game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still fourth down.
Really uncharacteristic, Ted. This is not a team that is accustomed to pre-snap penalties, but they've had a bunch here in the first quarter. And now it's going to be a little bit longer, a 34-yard field goal try inside the left hash mark for Jack Olson to give the Cats a 10-0 lead. We'll wait the snap. Here it is. It's a good one. Kick on the way by Jack to the uprights, and it is straight through. And the Wildcats lead it 10-0. Jack Olson, career field goal number 36, 8th all time for the Wildcats. And closing in on
timeout on the field.
Two kickers tied for the 6th spot on that list, and the Wildcats lead it 10-0 over the Minnesota Golden Gophers. 51 seconds to go in the first. This is Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
In this town, we know toughness. We fight through pain, get knocked down, and get back up. At Athletico, we bring that same heart to recovery. We don't just treat injuries. We see your drive, your purpose. We build recovery plans around your goals. Because you've already done the hard part. Now comes the power, the confidence, the comeback. Move like you mean it. Start today at Athletico.com. Physical therapy partner of the Northwestern Wildcats.
At Guzman y Gomez, we are fast food athletes say yes to. As a proud sponsor of Northwestern Athletics, GYG is serving up real clean burritos, bowls, nachos, and more. Made fresh daily right here in Evanston and across Chicagoland. Stop by our restaurants in Naperville, Schaumburg, Crystal Lake, Buffalo Grove, Deerfield, Des Plaines, and of course, Evanston. GYG is here to fuel the community, whether it's dining in our restaurant, ordering through our GoMax app, or even catering with delicious food that's fast, fresh, and full of good vibes. Guzman y Gomez, fast food athletes say yes to.
Northwestern Wildcat fans, remember to bring all the essentials to every game, including your Blue Cross and Blue Shield card, for a chance to be a part of the Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois game ball delivery experience at an upcoming home game. Carry the card that gives you benefits wherever you are. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all.
You're tuned in to Northwestern Wildcats football, presented by Wintrust. Now back to the action. Here's Dave Ennett.
10-0 Northwestern, 51 seconds to go in the first. That drive, 51 yards in 15 plays, using 8 minutes and 43 seconds. Let's get a Wintrust sideline report from Jake.
Well, David, didn't cost them all their points, but some uncharacteristic penalties you guys mentioned for the Northwestern offense. Ted, I want to bring it up. There were some questions about that convoluted intentional grounding call in the flea flicker play. To refresh your memory a little bit, that's not the first time Northwestern's had a similar penalty. You got to go back to the 2020 Big Ten championship game with a crucial drive where Riley Lees was the second player to touch the ball and threw it away that cost them an intentional grounding that killed that drive, and then Ohio State scored in the ensuing drive. It was a really crucial play.
By Akers, returned by Parrish across the 15, 20, 25. On his feet, cutting left. He's to midfield. He may go. He's to the 30, 25, 20, near sidelines and roped out of bounds at the 5-yard line of Northwestern by the punter, by the kicker, Luke Akers. And it is first and goal, Minnesota, just like that. The Golden Gophers suddenly come to life here. First down, a goal to go after the kickoff return by Parrish. 93-yard return.
And Dave, we are in a great position right here, sitting behind home plate in the Cub announcing booth. That thing was coming right at us, and you could see the lane open, or like around the 30-yard line, and then it was a foot race to outrun the kicker.
The Gophers up to the line, first down, goal to go at the Northwestern 5. Taylor, the running back, Lindsey under center. And on first down, he hands it off to Taylor. Taylor's hit and driven down right at the 3. Got a couple on that play and ran into Matt Uline, the Wildcats' second leading tackler, mid linebacker. It's his senior day today. Second down, a goal here. 20 seconds to go in the first quarter, which have been dominated by the Wildcats. Cats have had it for pretty much 12 minutes to 3 minutes for the Gophers. Second and goal. Taylor to the right of Lindsey. Trips right. Now they send a man in motion, and that is the end of the first quarter. The end of the quarter, and so Gophers will have it second and goal to start the second. Cats fans, Northwestern trusts IAS branding with the Wildcats brand. Let IAS branding, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, be the solution for your branded merchandise and promotional products. Visit IASbranding.com to learn more. End of one at Wrigley Field. Northwestern leads Minnesota 10-0. Back with the second quarter next. This Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
At U.S. Waterproofing, when we're called to fix a basement water problem, we get it fixed right. Our experts will diagnose and educate you on all the issues contributing to your basement seepage problems and guide you through customized solutions that will fit your needs. We make it easy every step of the way, and we'll treat your home with the same care and attention we give our own. Schedule your free consultation today at uswaterproofing.com and enjoy no interest if paid in full in 1 year. U.S. Waterproofing. A better basement starts with us.
Food, fuel, jobs, even our planet's future. It all starts right here with homegrown Illinois corn. From plant-based bioplastics and renewable fuel to fighting the effects of climate change, Illinois corn is at work in your backyard, and it's paving the way toward a more sustainable future. Learn more at watchusgrow.org/corn.
Searching for a place to stay when visiting Northwestern? We've got you covered. When traveling for Parents Weekend or that ever-important home game, choose the Holiday Inn Chicago North Evanston. Situated just a short mile to Northwestern, our welcoming staff, oversized rooms and suites, and our beautifully renovated property will wow you. Simply ask for the preferred Northwestern rate at the Holiday Inn Chicago North Evanston. Go Wildcats!
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
You're tuned into Northwestern Wildcats football. Let's get you back out to the game. Here's the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
Wildcats fans, score a touchdown for your taste buds on game days with Odyssey brands, Greek yogurt, and feta cheese, made by 4 generations of master cheesemakers and available at your local grocer. Through one quarter, total offense in this game, Northwestern 150, Minnesota 5. But the Gophers have it second and goal at the 3 after a 93-yard kickoff return. 10-0 Northwestern, but that lead, that 10-point margin in jeopardy here. Lindsey in the shotgun. Lindsey takes, gives it off to Taylor. Taylor is going to lose yardage. Back to about the 5, and it's going to bring up third down. Darius Taylor taken down by Gardner Wallace, his senior day for the veteran safety, and it brings up third down and goal at the 5.
Wallace continues to play solid football. 6 solos last week against Michigan. He was up in that box quickly. That front 7 did a terrific job of shutting that last play down.
Rockington out to the left. Tracy to the right. On third down and goal for Lindsey and the Gophers. They bring Brockington in motion. And rolling right. Lindsey looking, being pressured. Now he throws near the pylon. It is caught, but short at the 1-yard line. Caught at the 1. It is fourth down.
And Dave, that was such a tight throw. He had to thread that through a porthole, and his feet and knees were in the end zone, but the ball never made it there. He was out at the 1. So the ball's got to break the plane.
And it was Braden Bruss who made the stop. Fourth and goal. The Gophers going to go for it.
You might look at this.
Moving on the field is a completed catch at the half-yard line. That play is under further review.
All right, so the catch.
2 things could happen. Did he really catch it, or did he get over and break the plane?
Was he in bounds? I mean, we're over 100 yards away, so I'm not going to venture a guess on that one.
Well, you can look at the Jumbotron and, is this a catch? Did he catch it all the way through, complete it?
You can't, you know what?
It's hard to see from that angle.
It's tough to say. We want to wish good luck to the Northwestern field hockey team, Coach Tracy Fuchs and her defending national champions. will go for a repeat national championship tomorrow against Princeton after beating North Carolina in overtime in the semifinals yesterday. So good luck to Coach Fuchs and the NU field hockey squad tomorrow. Here's the call.
Really on the field is upheld. The ball be placed at the half-yard line, 4th down.
Half a yard away, 4th and goal.
We should probably mention in that field hockey game, they only had one loss, the Cats, all year long, and guess who it was against? Princeton.
They're
So
playing them tomorrow.
That'd be a nice grudge match.
All right, 4th and goal. Can the Cats keep them out here? Minnesota on 4th down this season, 36%, 4 of 11. Opponents have converted 7 of 15, 47%. And they don't have very far to go here, half a yard. Lindsay under center. Lindsay, let's see if he tries to sneak for it on 4th and goal. He hands it off Taylor, and Taylor will walk in right side. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Yeah, that was a quick toss to his number one running back. Everybody was in between the tackles. He thought for sure with just the length of the football that he was going to sneak it. You gave him that clue. Hey, is he going to sneak it? No, it was a quick toss.
For Darius Taylor, his second touchdown of the season, the 19th of his career. And Denneberg will come on to try to cut Northwestern's lead to 3.
Well, the long return comes back to haunt them. The 93-yard return on kickoff.
There's the extra point. Good. And the Gophers get on the board thanks to that kickoff return and Darius Taylor's 1-yard run on 4th down. The scoring drive, 5 yards in 4 plays using 2 minutes and 2 seconds. The score now, Northwestern 10, Minnesota 7, 13:35 to go first half. This is Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Oh, hey, welcome to gift wrapping. Whoa, Zoe Saldana.
Hey, can you wrap these, please?
Wow, iPhone 17s. You splurged.
At T-Mobile, you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. The new center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. It's the perfect gift for everyone.
I'm the worst. I only got my mom a robe.
Well, it's better than socks.
So I have to trade in my old phone, right?
No, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-ins needed when you switch. Keep your old phone or give it as a gift.
Incredible.
In fact, wrap up my old phone too. For my Aunt Rosa. Forget that. Aunt Liz will be jealous.
Sounds like my family drama.
Oh, I got it. I'll give it to my abuela. I'll take reindeer paper with, hey, where are you going?
To T-Mobile.
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible port-ins on essentials for well-qualified customers. Better pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge credits and imbalance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 256 gigabytes, $830 required. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Visit 4abc.com for details. Don't wait for your furnace to break down. Call the knowledgeable professionals at ABC for your $49 Ultimate Furnace Tune-Up. We'll be there fast and deliver 5-star service, backed by our no breakdown guarantee. Call ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or schedule online at 4abc.com. That's the number 4abc.com. Trust ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric and consider it done.
Back to Chicago's Big Ten team. Here's Dave Ennett and Wildcat football.
Minnesota's on the board. It's 10-7 Northwestern with 13:35 to go on the half. The Gophers about to kick off west to east here at Wrigley Field. The Gophers got a big kickoff return. That's the second long kickoff return this year against the Cats. Of course, remember the second half kickoff in Lincoln.
Yeah.
And the Cornhuskers ran it back for a touchdown.
And you gave a team that was down 10-0 early in the game, and you gave them a lot of life, a lot of hope. And I hope that doesn't come back to haunt us. Let's cross our fingers.
Here's the approach. The swing of the leg by Denneberg. End over end kick. Returnable for Hyman. A yard deep. He'll bring it out. Across the 10, across the 15, slips through across the 20, and fights forward to the 25-yard line. And that's where the Cats will go on offense after the Joe Hyman return. Derek, the captain, a graduate for the Golden Gophers, is the man who makes the stop. There's Gopher shaken up on the play. Mentioned it's senior day here Let me run down the seniors in alphabetical order who were honored before the game. Lawson Albright, Jack Bailey, Carmine Bastone, Evan Berenson, Nathaniel Campbell, Jackson Carcello, Tate Crane, Fred Davis II, Aiden Hubbard, Martez Lewis, Alex Lines, Jack Olson, Liam Reardon, Preston Stone, Najee Story, Caleb Tiernan, Matt Uline, Garner Wallace, Hunter Welsing. Boy, there are some guys who have played some great football for this program. And senior day used to be, you knew every guy introduced was done and played his last game. There's a little bit of, with some players, uncertainty about their future. Some guys go through senior day, end up coming back. But now the injured player is up. That was Ethan Stendell, freshman linebacker.
I should probably mention, Dave, that last drive that we had, you said 51 yards, 15 plays. Out of the 15 plays, we overcame 5 penalties.
Right.
In 15 plays. That's a third of the plays were penalized. So we got to kind of put that to rest.
We got to clean it up.
Yeah.
First down for the Cats from their own 25-yard line. Now coming towards us, east to west here at Wrigley, here in the second quarter. With their lead cut to 3. And off to go to Caleb, and he finds running room off the left side out to the 29-yard line. Good solid 4 yards on first down for Caleb Kamalafe. Devin Eastern on the stop. And Caleb with 3 100-yard rushing games on the season, including 2 of the last 3 games. 2nd and 6 for the Cats from their own 29-yard line. Caleb off to a good start today with 55 yards on 6 carries, including a 46-yard touchdown of the game's opening drive. 10-7 Northwestern. 2nd down and 6 here. Pistol formation. And Stone rolling right, throwing right. There's Wilde. Comes back to make the catch across the 35-yard line. And should be enough for a first down.
Yep,
it is.
And Dave, see a lot of rollouts so far with our play calling, getting Preston out away from the rush. 33 sacks this front 7 has, and they're going to get him out of the pocket. But Wilding, what a great right. Wilding comes back to the ball. He came back at least 8 yards to make that catch for a first down.
Mike Gerald, who was there defensively, first down for the Cats, out to the 37-yard line. And Stone hands it off. Nice little cutback by Caleb, and he motors up the middle across the 45-yard line. So nice gain on first down of just about 7 yards. It'll be second down as Jackson Howard up from a defensive line spot out of Crystal, Minnesota. A former transfer from LSU makes the stop. An 8-yard pickup, 2nd and 2 coming up. Well, remember, Ted, the week before the Cats played at Nebraska, the Gophers beat Nebraska and had 9 sacks in that game.
Yeah, it's feast or famine with Minnesota. You know what team is coming.
2nd and short, they hand it off, and this is Joe Hyman, motors into Minnesota territory. And under the 45-yard line goes Joe, and brought down by Carmo. That's another Northwestern first down. Pretty nice when you gain 8 yards on first down.
Dave, what a treat. We're kind of in the end zone, on the corner of the end zone here. We saw that thing develop. He was so patient. That was an inside zone play. He got an extra block from the tight end that came over across as he got down the linebacker group. That was a well-designed play. Boy, we saw it firsthand coming right at us.
Preckle in the backfield alongside the quarterback, Preston Stone. And first down for the Wildcats at the 45-yard line. Play fake. Stone under pressure over the middle. Ella got the catch. 35, middle of the field, down to the 31-yard line, and has another first down. Hayden Elligon shaken up early in the game, gets his 2nd catch of the day. Deontay McMillan takes him down. First down for the Cats. They mark it at the 30.
Dave, that was a beautiful RPO right there. Nice job. They could see the safety come up and crawl in the box because we've been running the ball so successfully in this drive. They said, okay, we're going to bring safety to help out. He pulled it out, threw a strike down the middle.
Is this Hunter Welsing territory here? First down at the 30 of Minnesota for the Wildcats. The snap, play fake, Stone looking, now throwing near side on a crossing route. He's got Wilde, who's flung out of bounds down near the 15-yard line by Darius Green. That is another Northwestern first down. The Cats driving here, pick up a 15. They mark it at the 15-yard line. 15-yard gain. Griffin Wilde having a big day today.
Yeah, 6 catches, almost 70 yards already. Keep feeding the ball, right, Dave? Keep feeding him the ball.
It's working. First down for the Wildcats at the Minnesota 15-yard line. Cats up 10-7 second quarter. Hyman in at running back. He gets the handoff, tries to cut back, spins off a tackle, flag down, and Joe taken down to the 11-yard line, but there is a penalty marker down.
Yeah.
Ethan Stendel on the stop.
Holding. Offense number 60. 10-yard penalty. It's still first down.
7th penalty of the game.
Cats are only
on the Cats.
Yeah, Cats are only giving up 3.9 penalties a game. And they've well exceeded that already.
Almost double.
Yep.
And it's going to be first down and 20 for the Cats at the Minnesota 25. And they're coming at bad places on the field, Ted.
Yeah.
In plus territory. Yeah, in this case, the red zone. First down and 20 at the Minnesota 25-yard line. Hyman to the left of the quarterback, Stone, who drops the throw. Blitz coming, throwing near side. Elliott on the catch and knocked out around the 15-yard line near that previous line of scrimmage. So the Cats get back 10 yards. McMillan again on the stop for Minnesota. It'll be second down and 10 at the 15. So this is a little more manageable.
Absolutely. In second, the offensive coordinator, he didn't want to get it back in one play. He knows this might be 4th down territory. So the O coordinator is going to say, I'm going to take that in bunches.
There is Stone handing it off to Hyman, running right, looking to make the turn, and he's strung out and pulled down right around the 12-yard line. Got about 3 yards.
Boy, it looks
and brought down by Matt Kingsbury. It brings up third down.
It looked like he was going to get a lot more out of that. They had a lot of hats over there. We had hats. It looks like we were going to be one-on-one. In other words, 4 guys on 4 guys, and all of a sudden, you said it best, Dave, they kept stringing it out, and they kept running toward sidelines, and little or no gain on that one.
Hyman out, Kamalafe in, third down for the Wildcats. 12 yards to go at the Minnesota 17. Cats up 10-7 second quarter. Carson Grove, wide receiver in motion, snap to Stone. Stone looking over the middle, diving try, incomplete. It was intended for Grove and covered by Kerry Brown. 4th down, and the Cats will set on the field goal unit.
And there's nothing wrong with that protection. There was nothing wrong except the throw was slightly wide to his left. He's coming across on a skinny little post pattern, and he was just outside his arms.
Jack Olson connected earlier from 34. This will be a 35-yard field goal attempt to the west uprights here at Wrigley Field. They wait the snap. Here it is. Placement, kick by Olson on the way to the uprights and straight through again. Jack Olson has connected on 8 straight field goal attempts, and the Wildcats lead at 13-7 over the Gophers. 7:38 to go in the half. This is Northwestern football presented by Winchester Leveler Field on 720 WGN.
Experience the best of downtown Evanston when you stay at the Hilton Orrington. The newly renovated hotel features all new guest rooms and suites. This season, score sensational offers close to Northwestern events with seasonal packages and accommodations suited for families, graduates, and sports fans, including unique corner quad accommodations featuring 4 connecting guest rooms and a private corridor. When you want to be in the center of game day action, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay. Visit hilton.com/Orrington Evanston to learn more.
Experience Chicago from the water. Cruise the Chicago River and Lake Michigan on a Windella boat ride. Family owned and operated since 1935, Windella is Chicago's original architecture tour. Northwestern fans receive 20% off. with promo code GOCATS. Again, that's promo code GOCATS. Book your tour online at WendellaBoats.com. Wendella, the official boat tour of the Northwestern Wildcats.
Through snow, ice, rain, and wind. Through extreme heat and extreme cold. When Elmer Matthews started his company, his dream was to provide for his family and be the best at his craft. As we celebrate our 90th anniversary, the fourth generation of Matthews family still shares Elmer's mission. Let's raise the roof, Cat fans, and be a part of Chicago history. Call Matthews Roofing at 773-276-4100 or visit them online at matthewsroofing.com.
You're tuned in to Northwestern Wildcats football. Here's the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
10 seconds right now for station identification. This is Northwestern Wildcat football.
It's Andy Mazer. We're your home for the Blackhawks, Northwestern football and basketball, the NFL, and Hampton OB. This is AM 720 WGN Chicago.
Dave Ennett, Ted Albrecht, Jake Saunders on the sidelines here at Wrigley Field. Northwestern with a 13-7 lead on Minnesota. And the Wildcats with a pair of field goals from Jack Olson, 34 yards and 35 yards to go along with a Caleb Kamalafe touchdown. And Luke Akers' last kickoff was returned at 93 yards by Coy Parrish, who's waiting for this one. Standing right on the goal line, just inside the near hash mark. Your clouds moving in here, but still, all in all, no complaints for this Saturday in late November. Here is the kick. And overhead will sail over the head of Parrish. Longer kick that time. And Minnesota will start at the 25-yard line. How about this, Ted? Northwestern has outgained Minnesota in total offense, 218 yards to 8. And yet it's only a 6-point lead.
Well, and I think part of the reason for Dave is our first scoring drive we have as a 6-play drive. We have 3 passes and 3 runs. This last one, we have 5 passes and 5 runs, and it was a 10-play drive. That's pretty good distribution right there between run and pass.
And Pierce Walsh on a wing to the right. Gears is the tight end left. Under center, Lindsey. 1st and 10 Minnesota from their own 25-yard line. And Lindsey, the play action fake. Lindsey wants to throw. Now he checks down to Taylor, and Taylor across the 30, across the 35, and picks up a Minnesota first down to the 36-yard line as Josh Fussell comes up from a cornerback spot to take him down. Josh missed a couple of games, but matched his career high last week with 7 tackles against Minnesota. The first down Gophers from their own 36.
Lindsey did a really good job of not forcing the ball downfield. He had nobody open. He just checked it down, and that's how you pick up a first down, an easy first down.
Rockington left to the right, 2 receivers left. And they bring in their backup running back who breaks the tackle, pushes forward near the 45, and then he's driven down. Femi Ijaboy, a redshirt freshman, picked up good yardage after breaking a tackle, and
yes,
Garner Wallace able to take him down a yard short of the first, 2nd and 1 coming up.
You could see the surge and the push by the offensive line after they had a tackle. This is the biggest offensive line in the Big Ten. They're well over 330 pounds on average across the board.
2 running backs now flanking the quarterback, Lindsey, here. And they will give it off to Ibajoy, and Ibajoy off the left side tries to stiff arm the man, and Fussell able to corral him at the 50-yard line, but that's a Minnesota first down. So the Gophers on the drive here. Ibajoy, their second leading rusher behind Darius Taylor. Yeah, this offensive line, Ted, between them tackle to tackle, 131 starts, 229 games. They're not only the biggest, they're one of the more experienced offensive lines in the conference. First down, Gophers at the Northwestern 49-yard line. This time Lindsey in the shotgun. And Lindsey back to throw here on first down. Lindsey looking now. He's going deep down the middle of the field, and it is broken up beautifully on the pass intended for Tracy. And Ore Adai, the veteran corner for the Cats, went up there and stuck an arm out to break that off.
Adai's really upset with himself. He thought he was right on his hip. That ball was thrown more towards him than the receiver, and he is disappointed he didn't come down with an INT. Great defensive play there. Right on the goal line, too. Nice saving.
Guy who had the end zone interception early in the win at Penn State. 2nd down and 10. Gophers at the NU 49. Lindsey under center this time. Taylor in the backfield. Some movement on the line, and this time it's going to go against the Golden Gophers, it would appear.
False start. Offense number 65. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
We've had 11 penalties, and we still have 5:26 to go in the first half. 13-7 Northwestern.
A lot of them,
penalty in the go.
and Dave, a lot of them are pre-snap, too. The majority of them.
Yeah. Right, Brockington to the left. To the right side, Malachi Coleman, transfer from Nebraska. 2nd down, Minnesota at their own 45-yard line, and they will swing it out. Bobbled and dropped. Dropped by the Gophers, Darius Taylor, who doesn't have trouble catching the ball out of the backfield, but he just dropped that one, and it brings up 3rd down and 15.
Dave, he's got 20 catches on the year coming into this game. He had 6 against Purdue. He's very dangerous on that inside screen game, and that's where he had a big gain earlier in the game, so watch out. When he gets in the screen game, he can be very dangerous.
3rd down and 15, Minnesota from their own 46-yard line. Gophers 0 for 2 on 3rd down so far. Lindsey with Taylor to his right. Back to throw Lindsey. Under pressure now. Rolling out, firing downfield, and he's got it complete for a 1st down inside the 40 to Brockington. Caught it on his knees. Fred Davis there in coverage for the Wildcats. 1st down. And that is a big play for the Minnesota Golden Gophers down to the 39-yard line of Northwestern. A 15-yard pickup 1st down. And now the Gophers ready to go again. They run it up the middle. They go quickly down to the 30-yard line. And 9-yard pickup there. Taylor at running back to the left of Lindsey. 2nd and 1. Lindsey's going to throw. Lindsey throws over the middle, caught inside the 15, down to the 10-yard line. And it's going to be 1st down and goal to go for Minnesota.
An unfortunate situation. They had it behind the chains on 3rd down.
Jalen Smith make that was the receiver. 1st down and goal. Gophers to grab the lead here. Here's Lindsey to throw it on 1st down. Floats to the right side. Too far. The intended receiver, Jalen Smith. It'll be 2nd down. Josh Fussell will have the coverage. 2nd and goal at the 10. 13-7 Northwestern, but the lead in jeopardy.
A series of big plays. Great job by the Lindsey, the quarterback from Minnesota, getting out of the pocket under pressure. Threw a great ball downfield for the 1st down. That was the killer. He's thrown 2 after that for big yardage.
Henrik Lanier checks in at wide receiver, replacing Tracy. 2nd down and goal at the 10. Lindsey under center. He'll toss it coming into the near side. Brockington, and he's slammed down by Fussell at the 10-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and goal.
Fussell did a great job, the cornerback for the Cats, staying at home. That was a little decisive play, going one way, came back the other. He was staying at home, 7 tackles last week. Nice job making sure he had containment.
All right, Minnesota converted their last 3rd down. 3rd and goal at the 11. A 1-yard loss. Bunch formation to the left, single receiver Brockington to the right. Short side of the field. Now they bring a man in motion left to right. Snap to Lindsey. Pressure from the backside. Now he throws to the end zone. Tipped away, incomplete. Penalty marker down. Flag on the play in the end zone on the incomplete pass. Here comes the call.
Prior to the pass being thrown, holding defense number 13. That penalty is enforced half the distance to the goal line and includes an automatic 1st down.
So it's going to be 1st and goal again for the Golden Gophers. Josh Fussell called for a defensive holding against Brockington. And he wasn't even the intended receiver. It was Taylor.
Was not catchable at all, but he did have some jersey in his hand.
All right, first and goal, Minnesota. At the 6. Here is Lindsay floating left flat, caught, Tracy, end zone, touchdown. And the Gophers have tied it up with 3:09 to go in the half. Pretty impressive drive. And Lindsay with the touchdown pass, his 12th of the year, to Javon Tracy, who gets his 4th touchdown. And the Gophers can take the lead with the extra point.
Yeah, really good job there. A little deception again. Looked like they're going to run right. He kind of comes back, sets up behind his left tackle. Gets 2 nice blocks downfield by his wide receivers. No problem getting that one in.
Denneberg for the point after touchdown. It's good, and Minnesota has the lead. 3:09 to go, first half. The Gophers go 75 yards in 11 plays. Lindsay to Tracy, 5 yards. It is 14-13 Minnesota. Northwestern presented by Wintrust from Learfield.
Timeout on the
20
field.
WGN.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
At U.S. Waterproofing, when we're called to fix a basement water problem, we get it fixed right. Our experts will diagnose and educate you on all the issues contributing to your basement seepage problems and guide you through customized solutions that will fit your needs. We make it easy every step of the way, and we'll treat your home with the same care and attention we'd give our own. Schedule your free consultation today at uswaterproofing.com and enjoy no interest if paid in full in 1 year. U.S. Waterproofing. A better basement starts with us.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients. It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com. In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
You're tuned in to Northwestern Wildcats football. Now back to the action. Here's the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
Come for the stars, stay for the brilliant winter night skies. Minnesota's home to some of the country's best arts and entertainment. See your favorite performer or discover a new one. Get information on live performances at exploreminnesota.com. Gophers have taken the lead here. The second quarter, I mentioned that the first quarter has been their worst quarter, but the second quarter has been their best quarter of the season, and they have put up 2 touchdowns here, and they lead the Cats 14-13 as Denneberg will kick off. Joe Hyman is deep for the Wildcats along with Robbie Preckle. He's taking the spot back there, normally held by Drew Wagner. Here is the kick, and overhead. And Hyman will return it from the goal line. He's across the 10, accelerating, and angled down around the 26-yard line by Emmanuel Carmo. And so the Cats go back on offense, now trailing in the game for the first time, 14-13, 3:03 to go into the half.
And Dave, in the middle of that 11-play drive, they had 3 passes in a row that equaled 45 yards in the middle of that drive. So one was for a first down, one was on third down. So we talked about getting off the field on third down. Boy, that really hurt. 45 plays and 3 passing drives.
And the defensive holding was on 3rd and goal. So first down for the Cats from the 26. They give it off. There's Kamalafe upended near the 30 at the 29. Got 4 yards on first down. Each team has all 3 of its timeouts remaining. The stop made by Kingsbury again. Preston Stone has quietly put together some pretty good numbers here. 10 of 13, 131 yards. Griffin Wilde has caught 6 of those passes for 74 yards. Second down and 7 at the 29-yard line. So he got about 3 yards on that first carry, and Stone's going to throw it here on second down. Protection's good, going to the near side on a deep out to Griffin Wilde and complete, covered by Kerry Brown. It brings up third down. We tick towards the 2-minute timeout. 2:16 to go. The clock stopped.
Well, they started this drive with just under 3 minutes left to go. You would think that they would try to get something out of this. They got a hot field goal kicker, but now they're in desperation mode right here with 3rd and 7.
Yamarazzi wide left. Hunter Welsh going to slot to that side. On third down for the Cats. Snap to Stone, rushes on. His pass tipped at the line and falls incomplete. At Minnesota, pass breakup in their defensive front. And it is 4th down for the Golden Gophers.
We saw that last week a lot
for
with
the
Michigan.
Wildcats, excuse me.
Michigan did a very good job of passes breaking up on the line of scrimmage. You saw another one there.
That was
from
Parrish.
From their defensive left side of that formation. We need a really good kick here. Boy, he kicked great last week.
Well, here is Parrish. Single safety around the 28-yard line. He's the one who had the 93-yard kickoff return. And he will return from the 26 back to the 30. And gets it across the 35-yard line. 2 minutes to go, and that will get us to the 2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout.
As to go to the first half, Minnesota leads Northwestern 14-13. This is Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Experience Chicago from the water. Cruise the Chicago River and Lake Michigan on a Windella boat ride. Family owned and operated since 1935, Windella is Chicago's original architecture tour. Northwestern fans receive 20% off with promo code GOCATS. Again, that's promo code GOCATS. Book your tour online at WindellaBoats.com. Windella, the official boat tour of the Northwestern Wildcats.
Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnicks.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us.
You're tuned in to Northwestern Wildcats football, presented by Wintrust. Now back to the action. Here's Dave Emmett.
From now till December 5th, help Northwestern score big by donating blood. Abbott and the Big Ten are teaming up, and the school with the most donations wins $1 million for student and community health. Donate anywhere, then visit big10.org/Abbott to make it count for Northwestern. Let's get a Wintrust sideline report. Wintrust, official bank of Northwestern Athletics and Chicago's bank. Jake Saunders.
Well, Dave, you said the first quarter has not been Minnesota's quarter so far this season, and so far it looks like the second quarter is a totally different team. We saw the Minnesota offensive line start to flex their muscles just a little bit in that last drive to get enough going in the run game to open things up for their pass game. But I was going to say, so far, looking at both of these offensive units, it's been the interior of the Northwestern offensive line that's really been having their ways. A couple drives hindered by penalties, but they're getting a lot of great movement. So I was hoping to see a couple runs to start that last possession instead of second and third down pass play. And Minnesota gets the ball back with some momentum here before the half.
Wildcats have 90 yards rushing here in the first half. And Minnesota just 9. But they've got things going with their passing game. Drake Lindsey, 7 of 10, 73 yards, efficient, and aided by that defensive holding in the end zone. Out to the left is Tracy. 2 receivers to the right side. Jalen Smith in the slot. 78-yard touchdown for him against Rutgers earlier this year. Brockington wide to the right. Mikey Brockington, Darius Taylor to the left of quarterback Drake Lindsay. 2 minutes to go. 1st and 10, Minnesota from their own 33-yard line. Lindsay marks out the signals, drops into the shotgun. On 1st down, hands it off to Taylor, and Taylor slides up the middle across the 40 to the 43-yard line where Michael Kilbane takes him down. Clock moving, 1:47 to go. Again, each team has 3 timeouts left. Minnesota will get the ball first in the 3rd quarter. Tracy left. Smith and Brockington to the right. On 2nd down for the Golden Gophers. 5 yards to go here from their own 43. There's the snap to Lindsay. Looking, throwing, left side. Receiver makes the catch. Brockington and pulled out of bounds. That is a 1st down for Minnesota in Northwestern territory.
Yeah, he had his tight end coming shallow at that linebacker level, and then he had that deep route. That was a beautiful throw. Everyone's talked about his accuracy. Man, that was on point right there.
Great turnaround. Pretty good coverage on it, but he put it in the perfect spot. 1st down, Minnesota at the NU 46-yard line. Final 2 minutes, 1st half. And play fake. Lindsay throws underneath to Darius Taylor, and Taylor weaves his way down inside the 40. Short of the first, but not by much. 1:08 showing on the clock. Fred Davis the stop. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and just about 2 yards to go. Final minute now. Clock moving.
Yeah, Taylor, they're not only their leading rusher, but their 4th leading pass receiver.
Now we get a timeout signal.
First charge, team timeout, Minnesota.
Their field goal kicker,
Game
Dave.
clock operator, please reset the game clock to 54 seconds.
His percentage is 76.5%. So we got a little hope there.
Oh, and he hasn't been great on long kicks.
0 for 2, 50 plus.
0 for 2 from 50 and just 2 for 5 from 40 and beyond. The Brady Denneberg, a transfer from Syracuse, where he played 3 seasons.
Boy, they got a lot of transfers in here, man. Look at their roster. Wow.
2nd down and 2 here. Gophers have 2 timeouts left. 2nd and 2 at the NU 38-yard line. Tracy and the tight end Jamison Years to the left side. Jalen Smith to the right, along with tight end Drew Bibber, the wide man. And here is Lindsay, a little shovel pass. It's caught inside. Down to the 36-yard line, got enough for a 1st down. That stops the clock. Now they have reset the change. Check that. Clock moving down to 39 seconds. And here is Lindsay to throw it here on 1st down. Lots of time. Throws short left. Bibber the catch. And pulled down at the 30-yard line by Mac Uline. Down to 29 seconds.
Charge. Team timeout, Minnesota.
Now the Gophers take time. 14-13 Minnesota. 29 seconds to go in the half. It is 2nd down and 2 for the Gophers at the NU 28-yard line. Wildcats had a 10-0 lead. A chance for a 14-0 lead. Has settled for a field goal. And then after Minnesota got on the board to make it 10-7, Cats added another field goal.
This will be a 45-yarder from here, so he's hoping to get in the middle between the hash marks and maybe get a little bit more yardage. So you know they're going to probably run the ball to the right. At least I think they are.
Well, it makes sense, but they've got some time to work with and 2 timeouts. Yeah, 29 seconds. That's 2nd and 2 at the 28. 2 receivers left. Jalen Smith motions to the right. Lindsay with Darius Taylor in the backfield. They have a bunch formation right, a There is a whistle and a timeout taken by the Wildcats.
Yeah, Coach Braun ran about 40 yards to get that timeout called.
Being snapped. Team timeout. Northwestern.
I would like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home. Go to syncmygame.com. That's syncmygame.com to find out how. Mark Harmon, we got some other scores?
We sure do, Dave. It's a lot of bowl fighting going on right now and college football fighting going on as well, as we'll do a bunch of that coming up at halftime. But right now going on in the Big Ten, Ohio State leading Rutgers 14-3, 2:27 to go in the second quarter there. Game was tied nothing for a long time there, but the Buckeyes now started to put some points on the board. Elsewhere in the Big Ten coming up, as we'll preview at halftime, USC and Oregon is your first kickoff at 2:30 alongside Michigan State and Iowa. Michigan and Maryland a little bit later at 3.
2nd and 2 here. Minnesota at the NU 28-yard line. Snap to Lindsey. Lindsey with time. Throwing short right. Caught by the tight end Gears, and he's upended inside the 25 and the 23-yard line by Braden Turner. And Minnesota with 22 seconds. Clock moving. They'll clock it with 20 seconds to go. It's 2nd and 10 at the 24.
They can still run one more play. They got 20 seconds and a timeout.
So right now you're looking at about a 41-yarder, something like that, 42 yards. Minnesota up to the line. They have Tracy and Brockington both to the left, Smith to the right, Taylor to the right of the quarterback, Lindsey, who drops to throw it here. Now here comes some pressure, throws over the middle, and it's caught by Tracy, middle of the field, end zone, touchdown. Tracy caught that right at the goal line with the defender draped over him. And now,
a big timeout.
Player down.
We have
defensive player injury.
The Wildcat shaking up on the play, but the Gophers have hit the Cats with 3 touchdowns here in the second quarter. Rob Fitzgerald shaking up on the play.
Yeah, Rob came in late, and he really hit his own player. Helmet to helmet.
Turner was there, too.
He's up and walking off.
Fitzgerald has had a tremendous year, a career high 15 tackles a week ago against Michigan. 10 of them solos, also a career high. He has been the Cats' leading tackler pretty much from the get-go.
You know, last week, Dave, out of the 69 total tackles on defense, 60% of them were made by 3 players: Fitzgerald, Uline, and Bruss. How about that? Almost 70% of your tackles were made by just 3 guys last week.
Anytime Lindsey has thrown 2 touchdown passes to Tracy here in the final 3 minutes. And Denver going for the PAT, and Minnesota looks to go up by 8 before halftime. That drive, 62 yards and 8 plays. The extra point good. And Minnesota leads it 21-13 with 12 seconds to go in the half. Drake Lindsey, 13 of 16, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. Both, it was wide receiver Javon Tracy. Tracy spent 3 years, 29 games at Miami of Ohio. Joined the Gophers this year, and he has added 2 touchdowns to his previous total of 3 this season, and it is an 8-point Minnesota lead. You didn't really feel like, after the way this game started, that it was going to turn like this.
No, and you can look at a lot of different things that happened here in the first 30 minutes, but I think Jake said a little something about that. 2:55 left to go in the first half. Cats got the ball on the 26-yard line and go 3 and out. And that was the start of this ensuing touchdown drive by the Gophers, where they only had to go 62 yards, and they did it in less than 2 minutes.
Right, Denneberg will kick off. Hyman standing up around the 4-yard line. Here is the boot. They kick it away from Joe and over the head of Robbie Preckle and all beyond the east end zone here at Wrigley.
So the momentum has really switched now in this half boy, it started out like it was going to be, we got a 10-0 lead, and now it's just the opposite. They're up by 8 points.
And what changed it? It was the kickoff return.
Yes. And what changed it in Lincoln?
Second half kickoff return. Although the Cats overcame that, came back, tied the game in Nebraska. First down, Northwestern from their own 25, 12 seconds to go, 2 timeouts left. They'll hand it off. And a little bit of running room, not much for Caleb Komalafe. Darius Green makes the stop. Final seconds tick off the clock here. We've reached halftime here at Wrigley Field. And the Wildcats have some work to do.
That is the end of the first half.
After leading 10-0, but now trailing 21-13 at the intermission. On the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android. With new features this season, it's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the Northwestern Medicine halftime show in a moment. 21-13 Minnesota at halftime. This is Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
Hey, Wildcats, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field design Northwestern t-shirt. And most importantly, save lives. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put Northwestern in the lead. That's bigten.org/Abbott. Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnicks.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, "How did you know?" Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're going to leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles. Offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
It's halftime. Once again, we turn things over to the voice of the Wildcats, Dave Emmett.
Time now for the Northwestern football halftime show presented by Northwestern Medicine. Dave Emmett, Ted Albrecht back here at Wrigley Field at the half. Minnesota has taken the lead on Northwestern at 21-13 with 3 second quarter touchdowns. How about this, Ted? For the game, Minnesota has 144 yards of total offense. All but 5 of those came in that second quarter. Drake Lindsay in the second quarter alone, 12 of 16 passing, 121 yards, and two touchdowns. And the Gophers putting 3 scores on the board to take the lead.
Well, part of my pregame chat was the fact with Jake is the fact the last 6 games, or I picked randomly 6 games, pretty much everything but their non-conference games, they ran the ball for an average of 65 yards a game. That's it. And they're well below that, and there's 30 minutes left to go. So we pretty much stopped their running game, but we're not doing an efficient enough job on defense to stop that passing game. Remember, I said on the drive before last, they had 3 plays that equaled 45 yards, all passing plays. So that's where it's got to be. I mean, we're not putting enough pressure on him, obviously, and he's having a field day with, he's also throwing to Taylor, his running back, on 3 different occasions for nice yardage. So their distribution has been good.
Preston Stone, meantime, 10 of 15 passing, 131 yards for the Wildcats. Caleb Kamalafe, 9 rushing attempts, 70 yards, and a touchdown, a 46-yard touchdown for Northwestern. But the Wildcats trail it here at halftime by a score of 21-13. Chicagoland, for premium apparel and promotional products, look no further than IAS Branding, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics. The industry standard in corporate, athletic, and event merchandise, IAS Branding is your one-stop solution to bring your brand to life. Visit IASbranding.com to learn more. Mark Carmen has more of our Northwestern Medicine halftime report in a moment. 21-13 Gophers at the break. This is Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Check out Comida Cantina on Central Street at ComidaEvanston.com. The hotspot for authentic Mexican and South American food and fun. Homemade enchiladas, empanadas, giant burritos, and the best street tacos. Our wood-fired grill adds that signature charm to delicious fish, steak, pork, chicken, and veggie entrees. With handcrafted cocktails, regional beers, tequila, and mezcal, it's perfect for family and friends. With outdoor street and rooftop seating, Comida at ComidaEvanston.com is open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday. That's ComidaEvanston.com.
Hey Northwestern, want to turn your dorm dreams into reality? At the Wayfair store in Wilmette, get inspired and shop for all your dorm essentials. We're talking futon, mini fridges, bedding, and so much more. All at can't-miss prices that work for every budget, so you can get back to what's important game day. Go Wildcats! Head to the Wayfair store in Edens Plaza, Wilmette, and show your Northwestern student ID for 10% off.
Offer valid through 12/31/24 at the Wayfair store in Wilmette, Illinois. Must show a current student ID to qualify. Certain exclusions apply. See store associate for details.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
The Glen Club in Glenview is the proud home of Wildcats Golf. Recognized by Golf Week as one of the best courses you can play in Illinois and backed by Kemper Sports expertise, the Glen Club delivers more than just elite golf. The Glen Club also features a 48,000 square foot clubhouse, 3 stunning private event spaces, and a 21-room boutique hotel. Dine in the grill and relax by the terrace fire pit, or host your next unforgettable special event or golf outing. Learn more at theglenclub.com.
Sureway Movers is a moving company that has been serving residents and businesses in the United States for over 65 years. In addition to our traditional moving services, we also offer moves to commercial clients, those moving internationally, and we are proud to move our military. Your complete satisfaction with your move is our #1 focus at Sureway Movers. Visit SurewayMovers.com or call us at 877-807-5024 to request a free moving quote.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Northwestern University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
We are at the half. Minnesota leading Northwestern 21-13. Cats did have a 10-0 lead, but 3 touchdowns in the second quarter. Gophers up by 8 here at the half. Mark Carmen with you at Wrigley Field. Final home game for the Cats, senior day. Some work to do, obviously, going into the second half. We will play the first half highlights for you coming up. But first, out-of-town scores are proudly presented by Explore Minnesota. Score a lifetime of memories by planning your Star of the North getaway at exploreminnesota.com. All right, the other 11 o'clock kick in the Big Ten. That one is at the half as well. #1 Ohio State 10-0, leading Rutgers 14-3. Rutgers 5-5, so they're trying to get bowl eligible. Right now, Ohio State's being led on the ground by Bo Jackson. There's a name for you. 11 carries for 62 yards. Has a touchdown as the Buckeyes started to take control late in the first quarter into the second quarter as they lead it by 11. All right, games coming up in the Big Ten at 2:30. A big one for the college football playoff. USC playing at Oregon. Trojans have not been great on the road, 2-2. They've lost to Illinois. They've lost to Notre Dame on the road. Huge game for them as they're number 15 right now in the college football playoff. And Oregon, same deal, as they are higher, but if they lose to USC, you would think the Ducks could fall out of the college football playoff. So big game coming up at 2:30, Oregon at home. 2:30 in Iowa City, it's Michigan State and the Hawkeyes. Spartans yet to have a Big Ten win. They're 0-7. They got Maryland next week, so a couple of tough games here. Iowa, that ground game is alive. Top 5 in the Big Ten as the Hawkeyes look for win number 7 on the year. 3 o'clock, it's Michigan on the road at Maryland. Maryland has been getting some interceptions, looking for reasons how they could take this one. 18 of them on the year. They've got a +8 turnover differential. That's positive. Of course, Michigan is 11-1 all-time versus the Terps. Got to go back to 2014. Brady Hoke's last season in Michigan. That's the last time Maryland was able to get a victory there. 6 o'clock, Penn State at home versus Nebraska. Not the best season, obviously, for the Nittany Lions, sitting out at 1-6 in the Big Ten. Nebraska coming in looking for win number 8 on the year. Illinois looking for their 8th win as they play at Wisconsin. The Illini still could, in theory, I guess, get to 10 wins with the bowl game. And they've got, of course, Northwestern will have something to say about that next week down in Champaign on Friday. And when you look at Wisconsin, they're just not scoring. They haven't had more than 14 points in a game. You'd go all the way back to September 6th, the last time they topped 14. 9:30 tonight, Washington and UCLA. That's your final Big Ten contest. Let's take a peek at the top 25. Some FCS matchups going on in here. Number 3, Texas A&M came back last week from a huge deficit to win. They lead Samford 31-0 at halftime. Second quarter score, number 8, Oklahoma on top of Missouri, 14-3 just before the half in that one. Number 13, Miami leads Virginia Tech 20-3. That game at the half. Early going, or I should say midway through the second quarter, number 4, Georgia on top of 1-9, Charlotte 21-0. Coming up later in the top 25 and also in the state, Eastern Illinois, that's a good payday for them as they play at Alabama. Eastern is a 50-point underdog in that one. Coming up at 2:30, number 9, Notre Dame and Syracuse as the Irish, they're number 9 right now in the college football playoff, so a big game for them as they try to move perhaps in the top 8, get a bye. If they can get a win today and finish out the season strong. Number 14, Maryland at home with Kentucky, also at 2:30. One more 2:30 kick in the top 25. That's number 17, Texas, hosting Arkansas. Later today, Tulane is at Temple. Number 12, Utah, hosting Kansas State at 3. Number 23, Houston, also at home at 3 o'clock with TCU. Your night action includes Georgia Tech, 16th in the country, hosting Pittsburgh. Shout out to Dave Wanstead. Number 20, Tennessee, on the road at Florida. BYU and Cincinnati at 7. And number 25, Arizona State, playing at Colorado, also at 7 o'clock tonight. In-state action right now, first quarter score. Southern Illinois on top of ISU, 7-0. Western Illinois just getting going with Gardner-Webb, no score there. And that will do it for the in-state action, as I already gave you. The Eastern playing against Alabama in the top 25. That one kicks off at 1 o'clock. All right, Cats down by 8, 21-13. We'll come back with the first half highlights. This is Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
In this town, we know toughness. We fight through pain, get knocked down, and get back up. At Athletico, we bring that same heart to recovery. We don't just treat injuries. We see your drive, your purpose. We build recovery plans around your goals because you've already done the hard part. Now comes the power, the confidence, the comeback. Move like you mean it. Start today at Athletico.com. Physical therapy partner of the Northwestern Wildcats.
Experience Chicago from the water. Cruise the Chicago River and Lake Michigan on a Windella boat ride. Family owned and operated since 1935, Windella is Chicago's original architecture tour. Northwestern fans receive 20% off with promo code GOCATS. Again, that's promo code GOCATS. Book your tour online at WindellaBoats.com. Windella, the official boat tour of the Northwestern Wildcats.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
Backlot Coffee is a community coffee shop located in the neighborhoods of Evanston, Old Irving Park, and Lincoln Square. At Backlot Coffee, we strive to be a comfortable, stimulating, and diverse community where people come together. We work hard each day to surprise our guests with kindness. Visit us at backlotcoffee.com. See you around the neighborhood.
Back to Chicago's Big Ten team.
The Wildcats. Presented by Wintrust.
Here's Dave Ennett with more Wildcat football.
Dave and Ted coming back in about, call it 6 minutes. Let's do your energizing highlights of the first half, powered by Constellation. To learn more, visit constellation.com/energy. Constellation, the preferred energy provider for Northwestern University athletics. All right, Cats got the opening kickoff, and a couple of passes got them to midfield, and then they turned to the run game.
Marazzi and Farrell both to the left, two tight ends right, and now Farrell in motion to the right. And the handoff, Komalafe to the 40-35, ducks outside, 25-20, left sideline, into the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern. Caleb Komalafe breaks away for the touchdown. 46 yards, and the Wildcats break on top with 12:05 to go in the first.
Now that's a way to start a football game. 6 plays, 75 yards, 255. It took the Cats to get on the board. Komalafe bursting into the end zone, 7-0 Northwestern. The defense then comes on, forces a punt, 3 plays. The Gophers actually going backwards. And here comes the Cat offense right back on the field, and with an extended drive, it really had a chance to go up 2 touchdowns. Didn't quite work out as, yes, here comes Jack Olson.
For a 34-yard field goal try inside the left hash mark for Jack Olson to give the Cats a 10-0 lead. They wait the snap. Here it is. It's a good one. Kick on the way by Jack to the uprights, and it is straight through. And the Wildcats lead it 10-0. Jack Olson, career field goal number 36, 8th all time for the Wildcats. And closing in on
timeout on the field.
2 kickers tied for the 6th spot on that list, and the Wildcats lead it 10-0 over the Minnesota Golden Gophers.
15-play, 51-yard drive. It took almost 9 minutes, 8:43 to do it. Cats had it, though, first and goal at the 3. They went backwards from there. Huge pass interference call that knocked them back 15 and forced to kick the field goal. 10-0 Northwestern. To the second quarter we go. The Gophers started out in style, mainly from the kickoff, as they were able to take it 63 yards right down into the red zone. First and goal at the 5, and they were able to punch it in.
Lindsey under center. Lindsey, let's see if he tries to sneak for it. On 4th and goal, he hands it off Taylor, and Taylor will walk in right side. Touchdown, Minnesota.
That was a bummer right there. You had a lot of momentum, but so Minnesota right back at it, 10-7. But then the Cats come right back down the field. Another extended drive as they tried to, really extend that lead. But once again, Jack Olson was called upon.
Jack Olson connected earlier from 34. This will be a 35-yard field goal attempt to the west uprights here at Wrigley Field. We wait the snap. Here it is. Placement, kick by Olson on the way to the uprights and straight through again. Jack Olson has connected on 8 straight field goal attempts, and the Wildcats lead at 13-7 over the Gophers.
Cats again got down to the 15 on that drive, went backwards from there. Jack Olson up to the task, 13-7 Northwestern. Gophers, though, come down an 11-play drive, get in the end zone, extra point good, 14-13. And then right before the half, this one not great.
Tracy and Brockington both to the left, Smith to the right, Taylor to the right of the quarterback, Lindsey, who drops to throw it here. Now here comes some pressure, throws over the middle, and it's caught by Tracy, middle of the field, end zone, touchdown. Tracy caught that right at the goal line with the defender draped over him. And now,
a big timeout
Player down.
We have
defensive player injury.
Yeah, the Wildcat shaking up on the play, but the Gophers have hit the Cats with 3 touchdowns here in the second quarter.
8 plays, 62 yards, took 148. Kind of a killer before that. Cats had the football, but they went 3 and out. Minnesota able to add on to the lead. So here we are, 21-13 Northwestern with some work to do here at Wrigley Field. Dave and Ted coming on back here with second half action. This is Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnicks.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us.
We all know that Chicago weather changes in an instant. Properly maintaining your HVAC equipment is budget friendly and helps to ensure a comfortable home all season. Whether it's a hot autumn or a chilly fall, you need to be ready. Equipment manufacturers all recommend annual clean and checks. Some warranty language actually requires it. Home Comfort is proud to be the preferred heating and cooling partner of Northwestern Athletics and their fans. More information about scheduling your maintenance visit is at homecomfort.net.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
Wildcat football rolls on. The second half is coming your way. Here's Dave Emmett with the call.
Both teams are back on the field here at Wrigley Field, getting set for the third quarter with Minnesota leading Northwestern 21-13. Which schools will win the Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the upcoming year? Check out how your favorite school is doing at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at directorscup.com. Winners announced in June of 2026. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACTA, the crowning achievement in college athletics. The Wildcats are down by 8 after leading early in this game 10-0. Cats with a touchdown from Caleb Pomalafe, 46 yards, and 2 Jack Olson field goals. Meantime, Minnesota, a 1-yard run from Darius Taylor and 2 passes from Drake Lindsay to Javon Tracy for touchdowns in the second quarter. All 21 of their points came in the second. And so the Cats are down by 8. Minnesota will get the ball first here in the third quarter. And the Northwestern football halftime show was presented by Northwestern Medicine. Plenty of time for the Cats here, Ted, to get this game turned back around in their favor, but certainly some unsettling moments there in the second quarter with the way Minnesota, despite being outgained by 80 yards in total offense, in terms of time of possession, the Cats holding the ball for just about 19 minutes in the first half, and yet they're still down by 8.
Yeah, and that's above their average. They're averaging, about 33 a game, the time of possession. We have run 7 more plays than our opponents, but we've done a great job versus the rush. We've only given up 14 yards on the ground, but we've got to find a way to get to their quarterback. Seems to me he's very comfortable in the pocket right now. There's really no disruption going on. We do have a sack. It was very early in the first quarter, but we need to get him off the spot And he's not a big gambler. He's not out running freely, with his legs, but he is accurate in the pocket, so we got to get him off the spot.
Let's take 10 seconds right now for station identification. This is Northwestern Wildcat football.
It's Andy Mazer. We're your home for the Blackhawks, Northwestern football and basketball, the NFL, and Hampton OB. This is AM 720 WGN Chicago.
Well, this is the 7th college football game played here at Wrigley Field in the modern era. There was also a game played here in 1923 by the Wildcats. They lost to Illinois in that game. DePaul played the last college football game here in 1938 until the Cats in Illinois renewed football at Wrigley in 2010. And since then, the Cats are 0-6, and this is likely the last time they're going to be playing here, at least for a long time, with the new Ryan Field set to open in 2026.
Dave, on my Instagram account this morning, guess what came up?
What?
Gale Sayers running for 6 touchdowns on a muddy field right here. That's pretty cool.
Luke Akers will kick off. Boyd Parrish, who had a 93-yard kickoff return in the first half, back deep. Here is the boot, and Parrish will return it from the 2. Inside the numbers, across the 10-15, breaks out of a tackle, and finally taken down shy of the 30-yard line by the Wildcats' Elijah Jones, freshman defensive back. So
the Cats
defense needs to make a stop right now.
And the Cats were very fortunate in their opening drive. They go right down and score in 6 plays and 75 yards. I'm not sure last time that happened, but this is where you got to make sure that you get back in the game. You're down by 8. Get a nice stop here.
There is Taylor, running back. So far, just 6 yards on 5 carries. First down, Minnesota from their own 29-yard line. Lindsey under center. He's got Brockington out to the left side just beyond the hash mark. And here's the handoff to Taylor as he tries to cut back. He's swarmed under at about the 33-yard line and got about 4 yards. As the Cats swarm to the ball, led by defensive tackle Brendan Flakes, and we have a Wildcat player shaken up.
I think it's Saka.
Saka, Wildcat defensive end, now helped to a seating position. The Cats already without their other starting defensive end, Aiden Hubbard, who got hurt early in the game against Michigan last week, and not available for this game today as the injury tent pops up, and Saka walking under his own power.
I was talking to Christian Smith, the defensive line coach, this week at practice, and talked about he's got a few guys that are banged up and down, so now the platooning really plays a big part of that.
Second down and 6, Minnesota from their own 33-yard line. Callum Campbell at that left defensive end spot. Kilbane on the right. Bastone and Flakes the tackles. Second down for the Golden Gophers. As he brings the tight end Bibber in motion. Hands it off to Taylor. Started left, tried to cut it back. Tripped up as he crosses the 35 to the 36-yard line. He's short of the first, but got a little more there than I think the Wildcats would have liked. The stop made by Josh Fussell, and it brings up 3rd down and 2.
Can you imagine a shoestring tackle right at the second level? That's exactly what Fussell did. He cut that back. He tried to stretch it all the way out to his right. Nothing was there. He cut back. Fussell makes a great tackle.
Minnesota just 1 of 3 on 3rd down. 3rd and 2 here. As they bring in Cam Davis, graduate, and a running back here on 3rd down and 2. And the snap went to Darius Taylor. A little Wildcat action, and Taylor isn't going to get the first down. He's going to be covered up by Rob Fitzgerald right around the 38-yard line. It's 4th and 1, and the punting unit comes on for the Minnesota Golden Gophers, and the Wildcat defense comes up with a stop.
Yeah, Fitzgerald on top of that, he's the first guy that hit him low, and then he had some buddies help out, but this is exactly what the coach Braun called for. Let's get a quick 3 and out. Let's get back on the field on offense, and it was accomplished.
Weston on to punt. standing at his own 23-yard line. Here's the snap, and here is the boot, and he kicks it down the far side, and Cats muffed it. Chase Farrell returning punts in place of the injured Drew Wagner muffs it, and Minnesota recovers at the Northwestern 28-yard line.
That's a Cardinal sin right there.
Alan Sukup, the long snapper, recovered the muff, and that is the first turnover of this game, and suddenly Minnesota's in business deep in Wildcat territory to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is that if you can't catch the ball without tumbling forward or backwards, then you let it go. And he was almost diving to catch that ball way out over his shoes. Big, huge mistake right there by the punt return team.
Ball is at the Northwestern 28, 1st and 10. Lindsey under center on 1st down. Fakes the handoff. Here comes some pressure. Now he floats it down the right side, going for Tracy. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Minnesota. One play to cash in on the turnover. 28 yards, the 3rd touchdown pass. Lindsey to Tracy today. And the Gophers are up 2 scores with 12:43 to go in the 3rd.
Well, Lindsey, we've talked about his accuracy. You cannot ask for anything after a good play fake. He threw this thing exactly, but only one guy could catch it. Unfortunately, both defenders did not turn around to look for the ball, and that was, again, a beautiful floater.
Gardner Wallace, the defender there, draped all over the wide receiver, Tracy, but Tracy came down with kind of a jump ball. Danneberg on for the point after touchdown, and the kick is good, and Minnesota cashes in on the turnover. That turnover by the Wildcats, their 16th turnover of the year, and those 16 turnovers have led to 66 points for their opponents. They've been outscored 66-18 in points off of turnovers. Timeout, 12:43 to go in the 3rd. It's Minnesota 28, Northwestern 13. It's Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Through snow, ice, rain, and wind. Through extreme heat and extreme cold. When Elmer Matthews started his company, his dream was to provide for his family and be the best at his craft. As we celebrate our 90th anniversary, the 4th generation of Matthews family still shares Elmer's mission. Let's raise the roof, Cat fans, and be a part of Chicago history. Call Matthews Roofing at 773-276-4100 or visit them online at matthewsroofing.com.
Hey, Wildcat fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Northwestern football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Northwestern Wildcats. Let's go, Wildcats! SeatGeek.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
Back to Chicago's Big Ten team, the Wildcats. Here's Dave Eddett with more Wildcat football.
(28-13), Minnesota has the lead here in the 3rd quarter of play at Wrigley Field. 12:43 to go after a 28-yard touchdown pass with Drake Lindsey to Javon Tracy.
And Dave, you can see when you lose a great, consistent return man like Drew Wagner, and all of a sudden you're putting a guy in there, Chase Bussell, who has not been doing much on special teams. Now that's a little bit of a problem.
Yeah. Chase Farrell.
Oh, Farrell. I'm sorry, Farrell. Yeah. So lose an experienced guy, and this is sometimes what happens.
Wagner very sure-handed, and for the The Wildcats, since getting up 10-0, they've been outscored 28-3. So,
well, that stat that you said, points
off turnover. I mean, that's something that's
massive.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. And they really, in the last 2 games, they were +4 in turnover margin. There's Denneberg's kickoff to restart play. And then once again, they'll kick it towards Preckle. He's going to run it out from the end zone across the 10 out to the 15-yard line. And then that's about it for the freshman Robbie Preckle. Market, I believe, at the 14. And so the Cats will have poor field position. Harrison Brunn, redshirt freshman defensive back.
Hey, I would
the true freshman Preckle.
I would tell the true freshman right now that was a big freshman mistake right there. You just lost 12 yards on that.
Well, again, here's another guy who hasn't played on the return game. Has not been a return man.
No.
Up till today. He's in there because of Wagner. And Komalafe on first down gets the handoff, tripped up as he reaches the 15-yard line. And I think that was the nickelback. Kerry Brown got a hand on his foot, knocked him down. It'll be second down and 9. In fact, virtually no gain. They spotted right at the 14-yard line.
Yeah,
so second and 10.
You mentioned Kerry Brown. They're one of their safety guys. He's sitting right inside the box.
Yep.
He did a great job inside the offensive tackle and tight end for no gain.
Cats have 3 receivers left. 1 to the right is Elligan. And second and 10, and Stone to throw. Here comes pressure. Throws on a crossing back at Elligan. 20, 25, 30, far side 40. 45 still on his feet and upended across midfield. Hayden Elligan, maybe that will get them going. 37 yards, tripped up by Brown, and it's a first down for the Wildcats in Minnesota territory to the 49-yard line.
Dave, they brought the house right there, and it was the job of Preston Stone to get rid of it before it got to him.
Yeah.
He was able to back up a little bit to bide some time. Elligan come over on a slanting route across the middle of the field, bullseye.
38 yards, call it, as they mark it at the 48 of Minnesota, first and 10. Biggest play for a while for the Wildcats offensively. And on first down, Stone thrown over the middle, complete again. Inside the 40-yard line of Ricky Amarazi, tripped up there by Deontay McMillan. So back-to-back completions here, moving the ball all the way from the 15-yard line, the 14-yard line of the Northwestern, down to the 39-yard line of Minnesota, where it's second and 1. That's were played by penalties, pre-snap penalties in the first half.
Well, I'm sure there was a discussion about that at halftime.
Sure. On second down and 1, give Komalafe. He's got a whole left side and close to a first down. Not sure he got there. He didn't need much. Yes, he did. It is. Is it a first down? Yes. Yeah. There's the first down.
Well, for a little closer, we might be able to see it.
It's a tough angle. I'm not making excuses, but I was watching the chain gang. And all right, first down to the Minnesota 38. 10-12 to go third quarter. 28-13 Gophers. Hyman in at running back. Wilde to the right. Elligan left. Snap to Stone. Play fake. Stone throwing down left side. Back shoulder throw. Elligan leaping grab at the 15-yard line. And a first down for the Cats. McMillan, the defender on the play. Beautiful throw by Stone. First down for the Wildcats. They will mark it at the 15, a 23-yard pickup.
Elligan really getting the confidence now that he's had some success. So far, he's got 5 catches, and he's done a terrific job there. Again, that back shoulder throw that you talked about, he really threw it exactly where he needed to. Good protection up front allowed him to do that.
First down for the Cats in Minnesota 15, trying to get back in this game. Hyman, the running back, snap to Stone, throwing right, coming back, make the catch. Wilde needs a block, and he's down to about the 3, covered up by Parrish at the 3. Deontay McMillan there defensively for the Gophers. They'll mark it at the 4, first down and goal to go. Need I say it, Ted?
How necessary this is.
How many times Cats have had goal to go situations here at Wrigley the last 2 Saturdays and not fully cashed in.
No, Michigan was a prime example. We had it down here. We only came away with 6 points. When you're down like this, you need to score 28-13.
Here's Ryan Bowe in at quarterback for the Cats. Gets the snap. He's going to take it himself. Stood up around the 2 and driven down. So Ryan's taken a couple of snaps today. Matt Kingsbury wrapped him up. A couple of Chicago guys going head-to-head there. Ryan from Batavia. Now he will go out. Preston Stone will come back in on second out and goal after 2. 15 to go here in the third. Clock moving. Cats are down by 15 points. Line change made by P.J. Fleck on the defensive side.
Perfect line change.
They come up to the line. That's out of the eye with Preckle, the fullback. Kamalafe, the tailback. Stone handing to Caleb, and he's wrapped up, and he'll lose yardage back just inside the 5-yard line. Loses about 3. Ran into Baranowski. And it's going to be third down and goal.
Not on his shoulders with the number 1 tackler, Devon Williams, out of the game. Baranowski making a good play here. He's just in the box, inside the tight end and the right tackle, and he just did an excellent job of squeezing in the gap there, making that tackle. TFL.
Cats are 3 of 7 on third down. Third and goal at the 4. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Stone with Kamalafe to his right. Shotgun snap. Here's Stone throwing left. Wilde, touchdown! Griffin Wilde, about a half a yard deep in the end zone. His 6th touchdown catch of the year. The 12th touchdown pass for Preston Stone. The Wildcats are right back in this game with 7:01 to go in the third.
Wilde did a really good job of making sure he just got over the touchdown line and then really had a sharp route right towards the sideline. Beautifully thrown ball. He was the inside receiver. The outside receiver ran off the defense.
All right, the Cats going for 2. The toss. Robbie Preckle with a walk-in 2-point conversion. And the Cats climb to in 7 with 7:01 to go in the third. Ending that run by Minnesota. A little razzle-dazzle here. I believe it was Henry Helms, normally the holder of place kicks, who tossed it to Preckle.
Should I apologize because Preckle brought it out of the end zone on the kickoff?
Yes. 7:01 to go in the third. The score now, Minnesota 28, Northwestern 21. It's Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield at 720 WGN.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
We all know that Chicago weather changes in an instant. Properly maintaining your HVAC equipment is budget friendly and helps to ensure a comfortable home all season. Whether it's a hot autumn or a chilly fall, you need to be ready. Equipment manufacturers all recommend annual clean-in checks. Some warranty language actually requires it. Home Comfort is proud to be the preferred heating and cooling partner of Northwestern Athletics and their fans. More information about scheduling your maintenance visit is at homecomfort.net.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, "How did you know?" Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're going to leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles. Offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
You're tuned into Northwestern Wildcats football.
Presented by Wintrust.
Let's get you back out to the game. Here's the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
Well, the Wildcats went 86 yards in 9 plays using 5:37. Preston Stone, a 4-yard touchdown pass to Griffin Wilde. And it is 28-21. Robbie Freckle running it in for the 2-point conversion. We'll get a sideline report from Jake in a moment. How about Hayden Elegon now? His first 100-yard receiving game. He had a couple big catches, 38 yards and 23 yards on that drive. Now 5 catches, 107 yards for Hayden.
Well, that's what we need, a little bit more targeting throughout that wide receiver room.
Pooch kickoff by Akers, picked up on the bounce by Parrish, and Parrish finds a little bit of room, and he's run down from behind at the 35-yard line. Taken down by the Wildcats, Sean Martin. And so Minnesota will start from the 25. Remember, the defense stopped them last time, Ted.
3 and out.
3 and out. That's what they need right here.
And then a muff punt.
The muff punt set up the touchdown. Minnesota first down from their own 35-yard line. Lindsay on the day, 14 of 17, 158 yards. His career high 324 against Rutgers early in the season. Taylor to the right of Lindsay, who takes the snap and dumps it off to Taylor, who gets short yardage on the reception before Fussell takes him down just past the 40-yard line. A gain of about 3. It'll be second down and call it a gain of 8. They mark it up to 37. Cats with Kilbane, Najee, Story, Carmine Bastone, Callan Campbell, right to left on that defensive line. Second down and 8 here. And hand it off Taylor again, and Taylor to the right, breaks free at the 50. He's got one man to beat, and he's upended by that man, Rob Fitzgerald, who came in and takes him down to the NU 35-yard line. He had nothing but green in front of him for a moment before Fitzgerald, the last line of defense for the Wildcats, got over there and took him down. But a first down for Minnesota in NU territory at the 35-yard line.
Boy, David, we were in great position there to make that tackle at the line of scrimmage, but unfortunately, Fred Davis fell down. He slipped, and he went right by him.
27-yard gain, first down, Minnesota. Ibajay now in, and he takes it wide right, runs into Gardner Wallace, and taken down at the 30. It'll be second down, a gain of about 5 yards. But Darius Taylor, in that game at Evanston 2 years ago, 198 yards on 31 carries. Cats came back and won that game after trailing by 21. In the fourth quarter, they won in overtime. A touchdown pass to Charlie Van Jerry. Remember that?
Yeah.
All by himself. Second down and 5. Minnesota at the NU 30. 28-21 Gophers third quarter. Play fake. Lindsay has to throw it away with Carmine Bastone bearing down on him in the backfield. It brings up third down and 5.
There is no foul for intentional grounding. He's outside the tackle box. It's third down.
Yeah, Bastone was inside the tackle box. He did a very nice job. They also brought a corner safety on that, and that freed up Bastone getting between that right guard and that A gap. Just shot up the A gap. It's like he wasn't even blocked.
Just the 5th third down of the day for Minnesota. They are 1 for 4. 3rd and 5 at the NU 30. 4:51 to go, third quarter, 28-21 Minnesota. Here's the snap to Lindsay. Rushes on, throws over the middle. It's tipped and almost intercepted. It was almost picked. Kilbane tipped it. And I came very close to being a turnover. Instead, the Golden Gophers will send on Denneberg to try a field goal. This will be a hefty one. This will be a 48-yard try. His career long is 46. 48 yards for Denneberg from the right hash angle to the left. He's 2 for 5 from 40 or beyond. Here's the snap. Kick by Denneberg on the way, and it is wide to the right. No good. And the Cats take over, down by 7 with 4:42 to go, third quarter. Minnesota leads Northwestern 28-21. This is Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
The Pulse Dempster line is transforming Dempster Street. You're in for the ride of your life with Wi-Fi, heated bus shelters, and green lights that just won't quit. Ride Pace Pulse on your way to theaters, airports, and everywhere else along Dempster Street. This express bus line is rated A+. Learn more at pacebus.com/pulse.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
Comparing health insurance plans is never easy. That's why I work for Get Covered Illinois.
We are the state's official health insurance marketplace.
We have a website to compare multiple plans and prices in one place, and people who can help you for free. Community-based navigators and brokers, certified by the state.
And we have live customer service.
At getcoveredillinois.gov, we're here to help.
Back to Dave and Ted with Northwestern Wildcat football, Chicago's Big Ten team.
Come for the stars, stay for the brilliant winter night skies. Minnesota's home to some of the country's best arts and entertainment. See your favorite performer or discover a new one. Get information on live performances at exploreminnesota.com. Dave Edit, Ted Albrecht here at Wrigley Field. I know I put Jake Saunders on hold. Is Jake still there? Let's go to Jake Saunders for a Wintrust sideline report. Jake?
We're here, and we just heard Carmine Bastone's name a couple of plays ago, putting pressure on the quarterback. He's not always the most vocal on the sideline, but when he speaks, everybody listens. And before the defense took the field, he said, "We've been saying all game, this is all we're going to give them. So when are we going to step up?" And we just saw on that drive, they stepped up. It's now time for the offense to return the favor.
First down for the Cats for their own 30, down 28-21, 4:42 to go here in the third quarter. Snap to Stone, fakes the give, looks to throw, got time, lots of time. Now he's going downfield for Amarazi, fingertip grab at the Minnesota 40-yard line. First down. Ricky Amarazi, who had a 32-yard reception at USC a couple of weeks ago, comes up with a big reception, and the Cats are in business at the Minnesota 40 after that pass right on money from Preston Stone.
Lots of time in the pocket. He was sitting back there for about 5 seconds. He pointed Amarazi out to the numbers, and that's where he threw it on time.
On first down, the give will be to Komalafe, trying to break away from Parrish, and he manages to wiggle down to the 39, and that's about it. But that pass play to Amarazi, good for 30 yards. The stop there made by Parrish. Rashawn Lawrence also part of that. Second down and 9 coming up. Great to see Bob Surratt here today, Ted, our WGN morning host.
Yeah,
6 to 10 weekdays. Hey, he's got a microphone.
He's the only guy that's not retired yet in WGN.
No, that's not true.
You haven't listened to the morning show for 5 years. I retired back in 2020.
Second down and 9 at the 39-yard line. Stone to throw it. Again, he's got time. Now throwing left. Wilde comes back, makes the catch, and fights for that extra yard to get the first down. He looks to be about a yard short. Wrapped up by Kerry Brown and Zaquan Bryan. Heard you had the mayor in the studio yesterday. No, when I was there, Bob, all I heard the mayor, you couldn't get him in.
Yeah, he's calling us now, asking to come in.
Nice.
So we let him come on.
Oh, that's a good call. Third down and 2 here for the Wildcats. You were at a game at Northwestern Medicine Field earlier this year, weren't you?
I was, and today, actually, truth be told, I just came out. I was going to get opening day tickets. I forgot there was a football game.
Third down and 2 for the Wildcats. The give will be to Komalafe, and he's down to the 30 as he short, might be a little bit short. It's going to bring up a fourth down. The stop made by Kerry Brown. Looks a little different here for football. I'm sure you were here back when the Bears played here.
I saw a game here when the Bears were playing here. Yeah, it was a little different because they didn't go in this direction. They went towards the first base dugout, right?
Yeah. Right, now towards Waveland Avenue. All right, 4th down and 1. Cats converted on a 4th down earlier. 4th and 1. Stone in the shotgun. And he gives it off to Komolafe, fighting to get the first down, and he made a spin move to get it. First down for the Wildcats as they convert on 4th down. We tick towards the final minute, third quarter, 28-21, Minnesota leading it.
And that was enough for the entire bench at Northwestern to really show some emotion. They were excited. We went for it on 4th, completed it. The drive stays alive.
All right, Elegon, Joe Hyman both out to the left, Wilde to the right.
It wasn't easy, by the way. You called it, Dave.
First down to the 29 of Minnesota. There's the snap. Stone fakes the give, rolls right, fires right side. Got Wilde again down to the 20-yard line, an 8-yard pickup as Baranowski wraps him up, and Griffin Wilde with another catch. Counts looks like they may very well have 2 100-yard receivers here today, and
they do. He's got 10 catches for over 100. And again, Dave, he just finds the pocket in that soft defense in the secondary. Nice read by the quarterback, Wilde, with a good pattern.
40 seconds to go, third quarter, 2nd and 2 Cats at the Minnesota 20. The give will be to Hyman, takes it wide left. He's at the 15, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown, Joseph Hyman. And the Wildcats have fought back here in the third quarter, and they're within an extra point of tying it up with 28 seconds to go in the third.
Well, now you can see with that 2-point conversion that we converted last series, it was so important, but they did a nice job getting out there. They reached the defensive end, got outside the defensive end, and number 7, one of their linebackers, got sucked under, never got out to help.
All right, the Wildcats send on Jack Olson to try to tie the game here with 28 seconds to go in the third. The snap, kicked by Jack, on the way into the right field bleachers, and good. And we are tied with 28 seconds to go in the third. Northwestern 28, Minnesota 28. Joseph Hyman with his first touchdown of the season, a 20-yard touchdown run. The Wildcats
timeout on the field
have fought back from down 15 earlier in this quarter to make it a tie game at 28 all. And the numbers on Preston Stone, 18 of 23, 261, 1 touchdown. And Griffin Wilde and Hayden Elegon II, both over 100 yards receiving in this game.
I give the defense a lot of credit on that last defensive stand. They got the ball with 6:55. They only had the ball for just over 2 minutes. Got him down close to it, but they missed the field goal. It was a long effort. But boy, the offense really answered. They got the ball back on the 30-yard line, and they went right down and said, "Nah, we're going to bring this back to a tie game."
This is the first time the Wildcats have had 2 100-yard receivers in a game since November 30th, 2013 in Champaign. Christian Jones and Rashad Lawrence were the 2 receivers who topped the century mark in that game. And both Wilde and Elegon have topped 100, and the Wildcats have tied things up. And boy, a few minutes ago after the muff punt and the touchdown, things were looking a little bleak for the Cats. But
hey, Jake, what's it look like now down on the sideline? Give us a little report, Jake.
Offensive bench, Preston Stone just went up and down to his wide receivers, giving some encouraging words. And I got to say, credit to Zach Lujan, who's been the subject of a little bit of questioning in these past few games, and keeping Preston in rhythm, mixing in the short passing, long passing, getting him out of the pocket and on the run. It's been a great game to keep the offense moving.
Thanks for that Wintrust sideline report. So I don't know, since Bob Surratt came into our booth, things have gone very well for the Wildcats.
Yes, you should be with us maybe in Champaign next right after Thanksgiving.
Take me along. I'm ready. Road trip.
It's a night game. It might be a late night, Bob.
I'll get an extra long nap.
All right, Luke Akers will kick off. Last time tried a pooch kick. See if they kick it away from Parrish. High end over and kick right down the middle and taken by Parrish at the 2. And not much there. Gets it across the 20-yard line. Not like his 93-yard return earlier. Elijah Jones again downfield to make the stop. 22 seconds to go. So do you see any of your old bleacher bum friends out there in the right field bleachers?
No, but you know what? I haven't been to bleachers in a long time. They've been remodeled considerably, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
Is it still 75 cents to get a ticket for the bleachers, Dave?
I'm not sure.
That's not realistic anymore.
All right, first down for the 22-yard line for Minnesota with 22 seconds to go in the third. Lindsey fakes the handoff, and he's going deep down the middle of the field for Coleman, broken up. Broken up by Fussell, Malachi Coleman, the intended receiver, around the Northwestern 35-yard line. 15 seconds to go. So they test the catch deep. 28 all. 15 seconds to go in the third.
Well, he was in a great position to catch that ball. Went right through his hands and hit him right in the face mask.
Could be the final play in the third quarter here. Ejeboy, the lone setback, gets the handoff and cut down behind the line. No, still fighting for yardage, but he will lose yardage on the play at the 20-yard line in the arms of Michael Kilbane on the final play of the third quarter. From now till December 5th, help Northwestern score big by donating blood. Abbott and the Big Ten are teaming up, and the school with the most donations wins $1 million for student and community health. Donate anywhere, then visit big10.org/Abbott to make it count for Northwestern. End of 3 at Wrigley Field. It's Northwestern 28, Minnesota 28. Back with the fourth quarter next. This is Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey, Northwestern, want to turn your dorm dreams into reality? At the Wayfair store in Wilmette, get inspired and shop for all your dorm essentials. We're talking futon, mini fridges, bedding, and so much more. All at can't-miss prices that work for every budget, so you can get back to what's important game day. Go Wildcats! Head to the Wayfair store in Edens Plaza, Wilmette, and show your Northwestern student ID for 10% off.
Offer valid through 12/31/24 at the Wayfield store in Wilmette, Illinois. Must show a current student ID to qualify. Certain exclusions apply. See store associate for details.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Hey fans, join us at Stacked and Folded before or after the game. Located at 824 Noyes Street, we're just a few short blocks from campus. We've got happy hour, a full bar, heated fire tables, weekend brunch, and fast, friendly service with a healthy and exciting menu. Follow us on Instagram at Stacked Social House or check out our website at www.stackedandfolded.com.
Hey, Wildcat fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Northwestern football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Northwestern Wildcats. Let's go, Wildcats! SeatGeek.
At U.S. Waterproofing, when we're called to fix a basement water problem, we get it fixed right. Our experts will diagnose and educate you on all the issues contributing to your basement seepage problems and guide you through customized solutions that will fit your needs. We make it easy every step of the way, and we'll treat your home with the same care and attention we'd give our own. Schedule your free consultation today at uswaterproofing.com and enjoy no interest if paid in full in 1 year. U.S. Waterproofing. A better basement starts with us.
You're tuned in to Northwestern Wildcats football, presented by Wintrust. Now back to the action. Here's Dave Ennett.
The Wrigley Field and Northwestern grounds crew singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" at the end of the third quarter here at Wrigley Field as we start the fourth in a 28-all game.
Those guys deserve that. All the attention that they put into this field, converting it from baseball to what we see right now, a fabulous job.
Meantime, it's 3rd and 12 for Minnesota from their own 20. Chance for the Cats to get off the field defensively, get good field position for the offense here. Lindsey in the shotgun with Taylor to his right. 3 receivers left, snap to Lindsey, throwing right and out of bounds, incomplete in the direction of Brockington on an out cut around the 30-yard line, covered by Fussell, and Minnesota goes 3 and out. The Wildcats are going to get the ball, and
that's exactly what the doctor ordered right there, a 3 and out. Now we're going to get an opportunity to be on a short field.
And look who's back deep
there
awaiting the punt. It's Griffin Wilde.
Yeah, I wonder why.
So Weston on to punt for Minnesota. His heels are at his own 5-yard line. Here's the snap, and here is the kick. A high spiral. Good hang time. Wilde fields it on a fair catch at the Northwestern 30-yard line with 14:49 to go here in the fourth quarter. 28 all. Despite some pretty lopsided numbers in this game. Total offense, Northwestern 380 yards. Minnesota just 214 through 3 quarters plus.
Cats are playing better here in the second half. 2 3 and outs on defense, even though they gave up 1 score. And all of a sudden now, offensively, the Cats have rebounded to tie this game back up again. Can they continue? Here we go.
Cats break the huddle. Weston Stone thrown for 261 yards and a touchdown. His favorite targets, Wilde and Elegant. On first down, he hands it off. The running back and Komalafe across the 40, breaks free at the 50. It's a foot race to the 30. He fumbles the football, but it goes out of bounds.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, Parrish was pursuing him. Cats will have it deep in Minnesota territory. That could have been a disaster, but fortunately it trickled out of bounds, and they will mark it at the 21-yard line. And the Cats, on another long run by Komalafe, have it deep in Minnesota territory. Now they're going to put it back at the 27, 1st and 10. And Hyman in there gets the handoff. Joe Hyman spun around and driven back. The run by Komalafe, 43 yards, putting him over 100 yards for the 4th time this year. McMillan the stop on Hyman. Gain of only a yard, 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's why it's so important, Dave, to keep that pigskin high and tight underneath your arm and in your armpit to make sure you can't have the strong safety come out and knocking it down. Even if you're ahead or behind the line of scrimmage, got to be high and tight.
Well, he has been pretty sure-handed.
Oh, yeah, the guy did a nice job knocking it out.
2nd down and 9 at the Minnesota 26. Cats looking to regain the lead as Stone drops to throw. Firing right there's Wilde, coming back to make the catch. Moves it forward inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. And Griffin Wilde with yet another reception and adding to a huge day for him. It gets it down to the 19-yard line where it's 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, this tells me right away they're coming in and they're going to run 4-down territory here. They need 2 yards, and they said we got 2 plays to do it.
Gooseby to stop. Wilde now 11 catches, 111 yards. And it's 3rd down and 2 for the Cats at the Minnesota 19.
13 personnel in there for the Cats, 3 tight ends.
Running back is Hyman. And here is Stone. Dumps it off, complete to Welsing, the tight end, down to the 16-yard line. Close to the 1st. Depends on the spot of the ball. I know it is a 1st down.
He got it.
He got it. That first catch of the day for Hunter Welsing, who was key last week, right? It might be a 2nd catch. But it's 1st down for the Cats at the Minnesota 16.
3 catches, real big catches last week. And this one was for a 1st down to keep the drive alive. 81 yards last week, and now his first catch here for a big first down.
Preston Stone, a Northwestern best in passing yardage today, 271 yards. First down for the Cats in Minnesota 16. Here's Stone, rolls right, breaks the tackle to the 15, fights down, and that's Ryan Bowe make that. That was Ryan Bowe at quarterback, and he takes it down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal.
He did a really nice job of avoiding the tackle at the line of scrimmage from Anthony Smith, the big defensive S rushman. And then he takes a shot inside the 5-yard line or at the 5-yard line. Wow, a lot of guts there from the big kid.
I said, man, that doesn't look like Stone.
I know.
Well, due respect to Preston. First down and goal at the 5. Cats look to take the lead. And off will go to the running back. And Komalafe tripped up at about the 4 by Croyd Parrish. Second down and goal. 11:33 to go. Fourth quarter, 28 all. Northwestern and Minnesota. And here comes Ryan Bowe back in.
Twice in this half, the Cats have gone for it on fourth down, and they're 2 for 2. That's how you win ball games, when you convert when it's necessary. This would be a big down right here now.
Call it a gain of 2 for Caleb. It's now second and goal at the 3. Bowe at quarterback. Snap to Bowe. Hands it off. And it's Bowe taking it himself and fights down close to the 2-yard line. Pulled it back out of Komalafe's midsection, and Parrish makes the stop, and it's third down and goal.
Big size difference between the two quarterbacks. That's why they bring in Bowe here. They know that he's got the option to keep it and run with it. They know Preston's not quite that size. Rose about 6'2", so they use the big man when they need to.
Cats up to the line, third and goal at the 2. Preston Stone back in. Pistol formation. Wilde in motion. Here's Stone. Dumps it off. Komalafe's there. Touchdown! Caleb Komalafe, his second touchdown today. His first receiving touchdown. And the Wildcats are back in front with 10:20 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he fakes the inside handoff, and then he rolls out to his right. Komalafe releases, and you know what, Dave? He should have had a little bit more on that ball. He was kind of nursing it there. He didn't want to overthrow it, but it was good enough to be a touchdown.
Jack Olson on for the point after. And the kick by Olson is up and good, and the Wildcats have now come back and hit the Minnesota Golden Gophers with 3 straight touchdowns. And they have taken the lead back over the Golden Gophers, 35-28, 10:20 to go in the fourth. This is Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
This winter, bring your family to the play Chicago Parent calls the perfect holiday tradition, Goodman Theater's A Christmas Carol. Delighting audiences for generations with its heartwarming story, this enduring production brings holiday joy, past, present, and future. See for yourself why the Sun-Times calls it moving and meaningful. A Christmas Carol runs November 15th through December 31st only. Get tickets before they sell out at goodmantheater.org.
You're tuned into Northwestern Wildcats football. Let's get you back out to the game. Here's the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
Well, the Wildcats went 70 yards in 8 plays. Is in 4:29. Preston Stone to Caleb Kamalafe, 2 yards for the touchdown. Stone today, 21 of 26, 273 yards. His Northwestern career high. And the Wildcats, after trailing 28-13, now lead at 35-28. Here in the fourth quarter with less than 11 minutes remaining. 10:20 to be exact. We'll get you a report from Jake here in a moment as Luke Akers will kick off. Been an exciting game.
You think?
I won't going on. Here's the boot by Akers.
I won't be able to sleep tonight.
Parrish watches it sail over his head. It will hit the end zone, and Minnesota will take it at the 25. Their lead now gone. Let's get a Wintrust sideline report from Jake.
Well, Dave, you just said 273 yards so far for Preston Stone, but more than half of his completions have gone to his favorite target, Griffin Willie, who had another catch, his 11th reception of the game in that last drive for the Cats. A little bit of history here. The last Wildcat with 11 receptions, you got to go back to 2018, Cameron Green. So we'll keep track of that as I'm sure he's going to rack up a few more the rest of the game.
All right, first down, Minnesota from their own 25. Lindsey at quarterback. Taylor to his left. On first down, Lindsey to throw it. Lindsey looking right, got Brockington, and Brockington wrapped up at the 33-yard line. Braden Bruss there along with Josh Fussell, who's been active today. Gain of 9 yards, though. 2nd and 1 upcoming.
Cats, last time they were on the field, got a 3-and-out.
2nd and 1 here. Lindsey's going to throw again. Now he floats it down the left side. Nobody home. Closest receiver was Tracy. Aria Dye had the coverage along with Braden Turner in the vicinity, providing some help, and it brings up 3rd down and 1. By the way, the 450 yards of offense today for the Wildcats. They're high in a Big Ten game, their 3rd highest total. They had 500 yards plus against ULM and Western Illinois. On they're down, they'll hand it off, and Ijaboy picks up a first down as he takes it around the right side out to the 39, and Fitzgerald runs him down there. But a first down for Minnesota. We have a Wildcat player shaken up. We said that a few times today. And that is Braden Turner. So,
well, here's an important. Going to go to commercial?
We are.
Okay.
That okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. 9:37 to go in the fourth. 35-28, Northwestern leading Minnesota. And this is Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey, Northwestern fans, enjoy a meal at Wildfire, a 1940-style supper club featuring steaks, chops, and seafood. Try one of Wildfire's signature dishes from our all-American menu: horseradish-crusted filet, Wildfire chopped salad, roasted prime rib, and cedar plank salmon. Dine in and take in the smells from the wood-burning oven, or watch our chefs in action at our open kitchen. Lunch, dinner, carry-out, and private parties. Stop by any one of our 5 Chicago-area Wildfire locations. For reservations, visit wildfirerestaurant.com.
Through snow, ice, rain, and wind. Through extreme heat and extreme cold. When Elmer Matthews started his company, his dream was to provide for his family and be the best at his craft. As we celebrate our 90th anniversary, the 4th generation of Matthews family still shares Elmer's mission. Let's raise the roof, Cat fans, and be a part of Chicago history. Call Matthews Roofing at 773-276-4100 or visit them online at matthewsroofing.com.
Hey, bro. Weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown." Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Back to Chicago's Big Ten team. Here's Dave Ennett and Wildcat football.
Minnesota, fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Turner is off the field. 1st and 10, Minnesota from their own 39.
And Dave, the point I want to make before we get into that break was that we've been here before. We've been here in our last 2 games, and one at Lincoln and one here at Wrigley Field against Michigan, and we could not get off the field. We had a lead late in the game, and this is really important. Can the defense do their job? This is going to be a really big drive for them.
35-28 Northwestern, 4th quarter here at Wrigley. Lindsey under center with Taylor, the lone back, Brockington out to the right side. Wide receiver, tight end Bibber to the left. I'll hand it off to Taylor, is running left, runs into a wall of defenders, and then driven back with Mac Uline leading the charge for the Wildcats. And of only a yard, 2nd and 9 upcoming.
Yeah, they had some 13 personnel there in there. They have 3 tight ends. Now they're making the switch. They're bringing in a new line, so they thought they were just going to stack it across. They had like 11 guys on the line of scrimmage, and they just said, we're going to run left. Where the Cats said, no, you're not. They picked up maybe a yard at best.
Logan Loya, transfer from UCLA, checks in as a wide receiver out to the left side. 2 receivers to the right, including the tight end Bibber. And on 2nd down and 9, here's the call by Lindsey. Takes the handoff, under pressure. Now he'll air it out deep down the middle of the field, and it is broken up, but a penalty marker down. The intended receiver was Coleman.
I think
he did catch the ball. Yep, he caught the ball, and there was a flag on the play.
Defense. That penalty is declined. The result of the play was a 1st down.
Fussell, the defender of the play, there
was no question there. He had his left hand on the jersey. That was a beautiful throw. Really wonderful catch there. He threw it right down the left hash.
52 yards, and suddenly Minnesota 1st and goal at the Northwestern 8. Brockington to the left. Tracy to the right. 1st down goal to go for Minnesota, looking to tie the game. Now Lindsey throwing to the left side. He's got Brockington open. Touchdown, Minnesota. That didn't take long. The Golden Gophers score 1 play after the 52-yarder. Josh Fussell was the defender on the play. And Minnesota within an extra point of tying things back up with 8:20 to go. That drive, 75 yards in 6 plays. And Denneberg will try to tie it up.
Took just about 2 minutes with a couple big-time passes.
8 yards to Brockington, the 4th touchdown pass of the day for Lindsey. And the kick is up and good. And we are all even again with 8:20 to go, 35 all. Northwestern and Minnesota. This is Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Allegra is a full-service marketing company providing customized marketing, printing, mailing, and signage solutions to meet your business goals. Allegra offers a wide variety of creative solutions that are tailored to each business's unique challenges, from printing services and custom signs to mailing services and promotional marketing. Call Allegra in Evanston at 847-864-9797 or visit AllegraEvanston.com to learn more.
Sureway Movers is a moving company that has been serving residents and businesses in the United States for over 65 years. In addition to our traditional moving services, we also offer moves to commercial clients, those moving internationally, and we are proud to move our military. Your complete satisfaction with your move is our #1 focus at Sureway Movers. Visit SurewayMovers.com or call us at 877-807-5024 to request a free moving quote.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, how did you know? Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're going to leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles. Offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
You're tuned in to Northwestern Wildcats football. Here's the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
8:20 to go, fourth quarter. Minnesota goes 75 yards in 6 plays, 52 yards on the pass from Lindsey to Brockington, and then an 8-yard toss from Lindsey to his wide receiver. Check that, the 52-yarder to Coleman, then the touchdown to Brockington, Lemecky Brockington, to tie the game at 35-all with the extra point. And so we're back to even here. Lindsey today, 4 touchdown passes. So that's a career high for him and for a touchdown passing. But the Wildcats have scored on their last 3 drives as Denneberg kicks off, and it's fielded on a fair catch by Preckle. And the Cats will take it at the 25-yard line with 8:20 to go.
Well, make sure you keep your foot on the accelerator because this game is going to go down to whoever has the ball last. What do you think on that, Dave?
Yeah, I think, well, I think experience has taught us that it could very well be the case. The Wildcats, again, with 3 straight scoring drives,
yeah,
they look to make it 4 and maybe a time-consuming drive here, too. Elegant out to the left side of the offense. Motion's tighter to the formation, and the give is to Kamalafe, and he's cut down right at the line. Nothing doing that time as Gooseby grabs hold of him. Clock moving, 8:09 to go. Each team has 3 timeouts and the 2-minute timeout. We're not quite in that situation yet.
Gooseby is one of their free safeties, and he, again, was right up on the line of scrimmage. Free safety that's playing in the box came in behind the line of scrimmage and made that for no gain.
Trips left for the Wildcats. 2nd down and 10 for their own 25-yard line. And Stone's going to go to the air. Stands tall in the pocket. He's got lots of time. Looking. Takes off. Now he's pumps once. He's going to run. And he's close to a first down out near the 35-yard line. Came up maybe just short, depending on the spot of the ball. But Preston Stone,
timeout for an injured player,
apparently wanting to demonstrate you don't have to put Bo in when you want some quarterback run in there. You can leave me out there.
Dave, the protection was absolutely awesome. It was unbelievable. That's why he stayed in the pocket as long as he did. But as I look back down the field, it didn't seem like there was a lot of opportunities. They weren't playing man, they were playing zone, and what he did was the right thing. Put it under and see if you can get the first down, and he almost got it.
Devin Eastern, the player shaken up. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification. This is Northwestern Wildcat football.
It's Andy Mazer. We're your home for the Blackhawks, Northwestern football and basketball, the NFL, and Hampton OB. This is AM 720 WGN Chicago.
7:21 to go, and fourth quarter. Eastern is still down and being attended to by Minnesota's athletic training staff, medical staff, and we have a tie game, 35-all. And the Wildcats facing 3rd down and less than 1 at their own 34-yard line. Wildcats.
We should mention, too, Devin Eastern, who is down 6'6", 320. Dave, he's their number 1 tackler on the D-line. He has 29 tackles coming in this game. Doesn't have as many sacks as his edge rushers, but he is still a force in the middle of that defense. And hopefully it's not serious here.
Let's get a quick check of other games from Mark Harmon.
All right, Dave. Ohio State on top of Rutgers now 35-3. Bo Jackson, 19 carries, 110 yards, couple of touchdowns. Quick look at the top 25. Number 8, Oklahoma leading number 22, Missouri, 17-6. Early going in the fourth quarter there. Elsewhere, number 10, Alabama, 21. Eastern Illinois, nothing. Midway through the second quarter.
Thank you, Mark. 35-all here, 7:21 to go. As Eastern walks off to the Minnesota bench. Yep. And the Wildcats with a big 3rd down here. Looks to be 3rd and inches. Omalafe, the running back behind the quarterback, Stone. Third down for the Cats. Stone sneaking for it. And has a first down to the 36-yard line.
And really, Dave, again, with 7 minutes left to go in this ball game and 3 timeouts for both teams, there's really no hurry for them to do anything drastic. They just need to put together that 7-minute drive. They had one earlier in the game. They had an 8-minute drive, actually. That was their second scoring drive. It ended up in a field goal. They went 8 minutes and 43 seconds in 15 plays. That's what the doctor's drawn up right here.
First down for the Wildcats from their own 36-yard line. Snap to Stone. Hands it off across the 35 and out across the 40-yard line goes Caleb Komalafe, adding to his total. He's closing in on a potential career high. In fact, I think he might have just gotten there. He had 125 against Nebraska. He just picked up 5. Second down and 5. Northwestern from their own 41. Clock moving. 6:02 to go.
Yeah, he's got 124 on 19 carries, Dave. You're on it.
Darius Green, the stop on the previous play. Second down and 5 here for Stone and the Cats. Hyman in at running back. He gets the handoff. Finds a hole left side. Breaks the tackle. He's out to midfield and covered up at the 49-yard line of the Golden Gophers by Darius Green. And it's a first down for the Cats. 5:32 to go.
Good to see Joe Hyman in there last week after being inactive earlier in the later part of this year. We need that 2 running back combo, and you saw it work right there with Joe Hyman now with another nice run, 7 for 37 yards on the day.
35 all here, 5:10 to go at Wrigley Field. Fourth quarter, 1st and 10 for the Cats at the Minnesota 49. Snap to Stone, gonna throw. Fires it out, got Hyman, slips away from a defender, and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Woo! That's about it. That was almost a big loss. Anthony Smith able to track him down, but that was nearly a...
Well, the only reason he didn't get caught for a big loss there because of his speed.
Well, he did lose. They marked him out at the 48.
I said big loss.
Well, yeah. 3 yards at this point in the game.
Yeah, but that could have been easily a 10, 12-yard loss. He was trying to run a screen, and they were on it. They were all over it. Good defensive job there by the Gophers.
Second down to 13 for the Wildcats. At the 48-yard line, here is Stone throwing right, and a terrific catch made by Elegant just past the first down marker at the 38-yard line of Minnesota. Bryan, the defender of the play, but Elegant stretched out for the ball, got his foot down. First down for the Cats, down to the 38. He adds to his career best today. 4:10 to go, clock moving.
Yeah, that's the key. Keep that clock moving. Of course, we know that Minnesota's got 3 timeouts to use plus the 2-minute timeout.
Down to 4 minutes. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the Minnesota 38. Stone with Komalafe behind him. Snap to Preston. Gives to Komalafe. Up the middle. Spins down to the 35-yard line. Well, if you remember at this point of the game last week, Tad, against Michigan, the Wildcats had 2 consecutive 3-and-outs in the fourth quarter, and that set up Michigan's game-winning drive.
That's exactly right. Yeah, they were deep in our own end zone, so they had a fairly short field to work with. That's not the case here now. Let's stay positive. We're good.
Harry Brown, the stop of the previous play. 2nd and 6 Northwestern at the Minnesota 34. 35 all our score. Late stages of this one. There's a play fake by Stone. Steps up. Rolling right. Running. Makes a man miss and dives down to the 28-yard line. There is a penalty marker on the play. Penalty marker down. Matt Kingsbury makes the stop.
It's going to be a hold.
Personal foul. Legal hands to the face. Offense number 62. 15-yard penalty. Second down.
That's Mo Aratikai, the Wildcat left guard. That one hurts. That might be, I have to go back and check. The Wildcats, after all those penalties in the first half, that's their first penalty in the second half. And certainly comes at a bad time.
You did.
Sets up 2nd and 21
That was a big face mask right there. They looked like he was trying to tackle the guy.
2nd and 21, 2:52 to go, clock moving, tie game, 35 all. Cats at the Minnesota 49-yard line. Stone to throw it. Stone again has time, and he undershoots Hunter Welsing. And there's another flag down, and that might have been a free play. Let's see.
Offside. Defense number 0. Lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So it'll be 2nd down and 16 for the Cats at the 44-yard line of the Gophers. Preston Stone today, 23 of 29, 284 yards, 2 touchdowns.
That's pretty good right there. 23 of 29.
Yeah. Passer rating of 184. That's closing in on 500 yards of offense. 2nd down here, 16 yards to go for the Wildcats. Here's the snap to Stone. Again, he's got time over the middle, complete to Elliott, and Elliott wrapped up inside the 40 at the 38 by Anthony Smith, and it brings up a 3rd down. Didn't get a whole lot, but got back the yardage they had lost. Brings up 3rd and 10 at the 38, and we're ticking towards the 2-minute timeout. The Wildcats aren't going to run another play before it. Or are they? Are they going to take a timeout? Let's see. Okay, now the clock is moving, but they are already gathered over near their sideline. And so we're going to tick down to the 2-minute timeout here at Wrigley Field. 35 all, Minnesota and Northwestern. That's our score.
2-minute timeout.
We'll take a break. This is Northwestern football presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
Hey, Northwestern fans, enjoy a meal at Wildfire, a 1940-style supper club featuring steaks, chops, and seafood. Try one of Wildfire's signature dishes from our all-American menu: horseradish-crusted filet, Wildfire chopped salad, roasted prime rib, and cedar plank salmon. Dine in and take in the smells from the wood-burning oven, or watch our chefs in action at our open kitchen. Lunch, dinner, carry-out, and private parties. Stop by any one of our 5 Chicago-area Wildfire locations. For reservations, visit wildfirerestaurant.com.
You're tuned into Northwestern Wildcats football. Let's get you back out to the game. Here's the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
Our Close Shave Instant Replays are brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Why pay more for gels when Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave? Choose Barbasol, a quality shave and trusted value. Dave Ennett, Ted Albrecht, Jake Saunders down on the field. 2 minutes to go. 4th quarter, Northwestern 35, Minnesota 35.
Dave, this will be really interesting now with all these timeouts available on both sides of the sideline. Each got 3. The 2-minute is over with. Now it's going to be a little chess game, maybe who plays checkers and who plays chess. Cats got a great opportunity. They can make it. They can go forward on 4th down. They can do a lot of different things, but you got to be careful because these guys went down and scored in basically 2 minutes to make it a tie ball game.
Yeah, and what you'd like to do, if you can find a way to pick up the first here or set up a 4th and short and then get the first, then you're going to put P.J. Fleck in position to start burning his time out.
Exactly.
So
you got to take care of first things first, right? You got to convert here to move the chains when it's time.
Bright sunshine covering much of the field here at Wrigley, with the shadows creeping across now. So here we go. 3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats at the Minnesota 38 with 2 minutes to go. 35 all. Wildcats just a tick under 500 yards of offense. against this Minnesota defense. Preston Stone with Komalafe alongside. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 3rd down for the Cats. 3rd and 10. Welsing motions right. Here's the snap to Stone. Stone looking, throwing right. Got Welsing, and Welsing pushing hard to get the first down. Hunter Welsing pushed the pile beyond the first down marker. 1:52 to go. Kerry Brown finally able to stop him.
First charge. Team timeout. 30-second timeout.
So the Minnesota Golden Gophers take their first timeout with 1:52 to go. And the Wildcats with a first down at the 23-yard line after a 15-yard pass to Preston Stone to give him 305 yards passing. It's his 5th career 300-yard passing game, but his first as a Wildcat.
Well, this is really key. The protection was great. Welsey took a while to get open, but he stayed in the pocket. They brought max protection. We had to bring max protection against their rush. We had a hat-on-hat. That gave him the time to stick right there and throw a bullseye into Welsey. He had a big catch late in the game last week against Michigan. He had another one just now.
11th play of this drive coming up. The Wildcats 1st and 10 at the 23.
This drive started with 8:20 left to go in the game.
You're already in field goal range, but be a little greedy right here. On 1st and 10, a penalty marker down.
It's going to be against the Cats. Jumped off sides.
Their first pre-snap penalty this half.
False start. Offense number 62. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's the Cats' 10th penalty of the game.
Yeah, but their second here in the 4th quarter,
Yes.
both on a Radakai. And
One
that
was
first pre-snap penalty in this half.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 1st and 15 for the Cats in Minnesota 28. 1:52 showing on the clock. 35 all. Wilde and Amarazi both out to the left side. Elegant to the right. Now he goes in motion to the left. And the give will be to Komalafe. Started left, tries to cut back, nowhere to go. He's going to be covered up and driven back. And now Minnesota will take their second timeout. 1:47 on the clock.
Team timeout. Minnesota.
Jalen Logan Redding
32nd
out of
timeout.
Columbia, Missouri, 5th-year senior. Makes the stop. Actually, Logan Redding, 6th-year senior. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 15 for the Wildcats in the Minnesota 28.
Well, you can see the pressure it puts on the offense when you have that pre-snap penalty that puts us behind the chains. Try to make it up for no gain on the second, after the penalty now, you're 1st and 15. So it's really, really important now. You just keep the penalties to absolutely nothing.
The penalties have certainly been a thorn in the Caps' side here today. No doubt about that. And here they come. 2nd down and 15 at the Minnesota 28. 1:47 remaining. 4th ball here. Stone's got Komalafe in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Everybody standing here at the ballpark. Snap to Stone on a quarterback draw. He'll run it to the 25, to the 20, and down to the 15-yard line. How about Preston Stone's legs and Minnesota?
Dave, that was the design.
Team timeout.
Gophers take their final timeout here with 1:40 to
Game
go.
clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1:42.
And Dave, that was a design run all the way. He dropped back in the pocket. Back in the day, you might call it a draw, but they designed for him to take off and run. Did a great job with that run, picking up good yardage.
Stone with 12 yards there.
Yep.
5 rushes today for 17 yards. And the Wildcats face 3rd down and 3 here at the Minnesota 16. Certainly in field goal range here with a minute 42 to go, and Minnesota now out of timeouts.
Yeah, that's the key, out of timeouts. And they can really now use the clock as their friend.
13th play of this drive. 3rd and 3 at the 16. There's the snap to Stone. The give, Komalafe. Komalafe fighting, pushing. Not much. Down to the 15-yard line. A minute 33 to go. Clock moving. Baranowski the stop. And the Wildcats 4th and 2.
They're going to try to get him to jump off sides, I got to think, maybe here. Cats have.
We're down to a minute 14.
They can obviously call a timeout just before the ball snapped.
Play clock down to 13. Is that Bo or is that Stone? No, under center.
Yeah, they're going to try to draw him off.
Lawson Albright now under center, and now timeout Northwestern.
First charge.
With 57 seconds to go.
30-second timeout.
And the Wildcats facing 4th down and 2 at the Minnesota 15 in a tie game, 35-all.
Now, you thought Preston was going to get more than 9 yards, Dave, on that design run. It looked like it was wide open down there, and he only got 9. And then Komalafe, next one was for no gain. So this is why we're 4th and 2.
But Jack Olson now, 2 for 2 on field goals today. 8 for his last 8, and 15 for his last 16. A 33-yard field goal to put the Cats in front here in the final minute. We await the snap. Here it is, the placement, kicked by Olsen all the way to the uprights. It is good! Jack Olsen kicks it through, and the Wildcats have regained the lead with 53 seconds to go.
Well, everybody that's in this Wrigley Field, the friendly confines, definitely got their money's worth today. What a ball game, and what a drive. The Cats take it all the way down 60 yards in 14 plays. We talked about earlier where they had a drive with 15 plays, now 14 plays, and taking 7.5 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, the drive started with 8:20, and we now have 53 seconds to go. From a timing standpoint, well, you couldn't have scripted it much better, but now you got to kick off. And number 3 is back deep for Minnesota with a 93-yard return earlier and 186 yards on 5 kick returns today. So be careful here, Luke Akers.
Got to cover, boys.
Here is the run up, and here is the boot by Luke. End over end. Drives Parrish into the end zone. He'll bring it out to the 5, to the 10. Parrish on the move, right side, across the 40 and out of bounds. Out near the Minnesota 45-yard line with 45 seconds to go. And it was Akers who chased him out.
Yeah, when you have your kicker chasing out the return man, you got to make sure you get some guys in there that can cover space and make tackles and don't get out of their lanes. This has been not good for the cover team.
Yep. 44-yard line. That was a 44-yard return. First down for Minnesota, down by 3 here in the final minute. Snap to Lindsey. Lindsey looking, throws over the middle, and it is caught inside the 25-yard line. Tracy, first down Minnesota, 38 seconds to go. Fitzgerald to stop. Now, Gophers with 38 seconds left, thinking they can go down and win it at the 26-yard line of the Wildcats. 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey to throw it again. Swings it out left side, incomplete, and almost intercepted on the rebound. Bibber, the intended receiver. Fitzgerald, the defender. 2nd down and 10 at the 26, 27 seconds to go. Northwestern up by 3, 38-35. That pass play, 30 yards to Tracy. So you had a 44-yard kickoff return, and then the 30-yard pass. 2nd down and 10 at the 26.
Great coverage out there, covering the tight end.
Tracy left, Brockington slot left, Smith to the right. Lindsey back to throw it. Lindsey pops it over the middle, short, complete to Smith, and Smith wrapped up in bounds. Minnesota's got to hurry, 16 seconds to go. Clock moving, down to 14, down to 13.
They're going to try to run a play.
Down to 10, down to 9, down to 8. Snap to Lindsey. Now he floats it left side, incomplete, nobody home with 1 second showing on the clock.
Wow.
And now the field goal unit will come on, and Denneberg will try to tie it up. Russell had the coverage on the intended receiver. It is 3rd down. Denneberg missed earlier from 48.
Real risky play there. They try to get the ball in the end zone before the clock ran out. They got a second left.
40-yard try to tie the game on the final play of regulation for Denneberg. And David Braun will ice him.
Charge timeout. Northwestern, their second of the half.
Denneberg on the year, 13 of 18. He is, as we mentioned.
Do you want to challenge it?
What are we challenging?
Yeah.
Northwestern's head coach is challenging the rule in the field that the clock was at 0. So that play is under further review.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
The clock shows 1 second. This will be interesting.
Well, like I said, Dave, they snapped that ball with less. I think you counted down to about 8 seconds.
Yeah.
And they tried to run a go right down by the cone there.
Yeah, and it was a slow developing play.
Yes. The ball was in the air forever.
So the replay, they are reviewing this and the timing of it. And again, this close shave instant replay is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Why pay more for gels when Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave? Choose Barbasol, a quality shave and trusted value. And yeah, you know what? I think it is. They did get the play in time.
After review, the ball hit the ground and the clock was at 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 3 seconds.
So
he lost 2 seconds on that, but I think it was a good effort.
Right. So 40-yard try for Denneberg to tie the game and force overtime.
Boy, a lot of things for him to think about. Boy, they just went through a review and everything.
Denneberg missed from 48. 40-yarder towards the east side of Wrigley Field. Northwestern up 38-35. Minnesota trying to tie it here. Here's the snap placement. Kick by Denneberg on the way, and it is no good! The Wildcats win! He missed it wide to the left. And the Wildcats are bowl eligible. They are headed to postseason play. The Cardiac Cats come through again. What a nail biter. By here at Wrigley Field, right down to the final play. Ted, you called it. You said, this one's going to go down right to the end. And Denneberg kicked it left, and the Wildcats win it in a wild 38-35, and they finally have gotten a victory here at the Friendly Confines.
Dave, what was critical there, Braun called the timeout to check the clock to make sure that there was no time left. So now that field goal kicker had to wait through that review for the longest time. In the time before that, he also iced him. So this kicker had a lot on his mind. He didn't have a good average coming in. But, the Cats got over the hump. They got their 6th victory. On to Champaign next week. And, boy, it feels good. We missed out on a bowl game a year ago in 2024. Now we're going bowling.
David Brook, the first coach in Northwestern history to take a team to a bowl game in 2 of his first 3 seasons. As the Cats, what a happy group they are right now, because they heard the Wrigley Field thing hanging over them for a long time. But they get the win here, and they do it on Senior Day.
Well, Dave, when that started, that drive of the Cats started with 8:20 to go. I said, can they put together a 7-minute drive? Can they finish the game? And boy, did they finish the game with that game-winning field goal